Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire. The Riverside. Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
On top of the South Division. It's a wonderful J. Hey, Jeff, welcome to the show. Greg, welcome to the show. Cullen, welcome to the show. I'm Pep Fernandez. I'm fired up to be here.
I'm
kind of in a bad
fired.
mood, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you were a little salty.
Oh, I'm real salty.
You said you were going to be salty. I said, whoa.
This is going to be a salty edition of the Inland Sports Show.
So I had to share a couple little stories with you to lighten the mood a little bit.
Oh, you sure did.
Yeah, there's definitely, if we could only record what was going on behind the scenes, it would just be a great.
We should have like an all-access show.
You have to have like a secret code to get in to watch it on
pay
YouTube.
A certain amount of money, but
yeah,
you
gotta pay. Yeah.
you pay a certain
Subscription
fee
only.
Yeah,
yes.
a certain fee, but you can hear.
I mean, HBO's not free, right?
No,
the Inland Sports Show all access is not free.
You're darn right, and I'll tell you what, our stories are much better than HBO. I'm telling you. I'm going to show you something on Facebook here when we're on the break, if I can find it here.
Oh!
It might have been erased, but fantastic stuff.
All I got to say is, Jeff Gorham, you are the Forrest Gump of Riverside.
I love
you get in so many opportunities with famous people and like situations that like it blow my mind sometimes.
Oh, yeah. But see, Forrest was kind of slow.
Yeah, no,
He was dim-witted. I am the
But
genius
you had
of Gump.
adventures like Forrest Gump.
I have had many adventures.
You had all these crazy adventures, Jeff, when you were younger. And now, like, a wild night for you is like 5 gallons of milk and going home and barbecuing in your backyard. That's a wild night at the Gorham house now.
It really is. I mean,
You're like, Pep, I'm freaking out. We've only got 3 gallons of milk in the outside fridge. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to go by the store on the way home. And Carla wants me to grill hot dogs. And I got to get the kids in bed. That's a wild night down the Gorham house.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, last night, I have a really funny one for you. So she goes, I'm going to make dinner last night. She said she was going to make dinner. So I told you we were having Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
That can either go one of 2 ways.
They're good.
Oh, I love
If you
Brussels
cook them
sprouts.
the right way, they're good.
Yeah, okay. Brussels sprouts, ham steak, and quinoa.
What's a ham steak?
Like
Like a big
ham
piece of
steak.
ham?
No, it's just like a big slice of ham that you just cut real thin. You just heat it up and cook it. You know,
Ham.
ham. Just ham. A ham steak.
Ham. Ham, Greg. He's trying to make it all fancy. Ham steak.
Hey. Well, I have a butcher that cuts my meat, and that was it's ham steak.
Ham steak. Okay.
So I come home. The boys are all there. Well, you know, Lukester's sitting in his high chair. Fast Johnny's over there eating. I sit down. Carla's there. We're all sitting there
Eating your ham steak.
eating. And so I take the first bite of the Brussels sprouts, and I went, that's different. So, I'm like, I picture like butter and salt, and that
Seasoning or
seasoning,
maybe
just
kind of like
maybe a little bacon on top or
a little
something.
coating, like a breading or something around it.
Something. So I'm like, wow, this is interesting. I'm like, what is that taste? So then I go to the quinoa, which is basically just rice.
Yeah.
So I put a little soy sauce on it, and I'm like, yeah, that's all right. That's fine. I
So
can
you
eat
had
that.
ham steak, quinoa, and Brussels sprouts?
Oh yeah. We're trying to be healthy over at the Gorham house.
All right, continue.
So I take a bite of the quinoa. I'm like, that's fine. I take a bite of the steak, and the steak, it was kind of like a catcher's mitt. Maybe it was just a little dry. Remember in that scene in Christmas Vacation when Clark carves the turkey?
Yes.
And it goes,
yeah.
It was kind of along those lines, except it was just kind of, I'm like, this might be a little tough. So I go back to the Brussels sprouts, and I go, there's something off. And then I look at the 2 boys that are sitting at the table.
They loved it.
And I see Luke, he's starting to use a fork. He jams the Brussels sprout, puts it in his face, and I look at him, he's squinting, and I go,
Making
wow.
faces.
And she goes, hey, you guys better eat it all. And Johnny's like, I don't want to eat it. I just don't want to do it, Dad. Okay, well, you got to take 8 bites. That's what,
8 bites.
You got 8 bites.
That's a lot of bites.
8 bites. And I'm like, oh. And so then she looks at me and she goes, hey, do you like your Brussels sprouts? I'm like, love them. Just love them. So we're all looking at each other, the boys. We're eyeball to eyeball to eyeball. And I look over at Smed, and she's like, she whispers, you don't like my Brussels sprouts. And I said, they taste like vinegar. She put like a vinaigrette on them.
Oh,
yes.
Just take some like Mrs. Dash.
Yeah.
Some like olive oil. Let them, put them in the
So I had
oven.
sour Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
They were sour.
On top of the quinoa.
On top of
and the
quinoa.
ham
And
steak that
was like a catcher's mitt.
mitt.
And my wife can cook like crazy. She's amazing. But sometimes she'll miss. And yesterday was a miss because I do not want.
But she made it up for you today.
Oh yeah, she did.
She bounced back in a big way.
I bounced back.
It's like
huge.
snapping like a 5-game losing streak.
Oh.
It was good.
Well,
You bounced back.
Well, I'm driving to work. I almost texted you at 5:30.
No, don't do
that.
that.
I did. I almost did.
No,
Don't do that.
no.
Because I'm driving and I go to see my favorite lady, Destiny, at the old Starbucks.
Did you see her this morning?
No. Do you know why?
No.
Because I reached to my back pocket. Oh, Jeff left his wallet on the on top of the fireplace.
You didn't take your wallet today?
I have no wallet. I have no money, and I had no coffee.
Okay, so why do you put it on the fireplace? Why don't you put it on your
because
side of your bed or
if
something?
I put it next to the side of my bed, Luke will put it in his toy box. So I gotta always put it real high. But it was dark this morning. The mother-in-law came in to babysit the kids, and it was dark. And I grabbed my keys. I didn't grab my wallet, so I had no money. I was running out of gas. Well, luckily I work with Smetty Smed. So she gave me her ATM card, and I've just been going to work on it. She bought me
gas, food,
I'm going
coffees.
I'm going to a movie afterwards. I'm going to buy food for all my friends at the movie theater. But no, she did come through. She bought me a double today for lunch.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, man, after eating, I was so hungry after last night.
You were starving after last night, huh?
Oh, man. I just got a bad text.
Yes,
Real bad
I
text.
heard it.
You did
Yeah,
come
yeah.
through?
Yeah, I think she was.
She listening?
Yeah.
You're-
That's okay, though.
That's
You're
all
in
right.
the doghouse.
No, I'm never
She
in the
bounced
doghouse.
back.
She
She
just
bounced back with
laughed.
that In-N-Out. Double
But
double.
man, vinegar. It was a vinaigrette. She was like, "Oh, it's a vinaigrette."
No, like maybe on a salad, but
Oh,
Brussels sprouts?
it was like seriously, like when you dunk your Easter eggs. You've dunked Easter eggs.
Yes,
and
in
you-
vinegar.
In vinegar.
Yes.
I was like, man, why am I eating this? This is terrible. It was absolutely rotten, and I wanted to cry. So we went to bed, and I was
So did you take
starving.
8 bites?
Huh?
Take 8 bites?
I
You
ate it.
take your 8 bites?
I ate it, but I'm
Fast
like,
Johnny?
I was like, man, alive.
So did you talk to your boys? Say, I understand.
I kind of said, I told Johnny, Luke doesn't understand a thing other than basketball and chocolate. So I just looked over at Johnny. He was like, his face was like, no, Dad, no. And so I said, when Mom put Luke to bed, I'm like, come here. So I gave him an ice cream, bowl of ice cream.
There you
Exactly.
go.
I made up for it.
Dad of the year.
Yeah, but oh man, you don't put vinegar.
On Brussels sprouts.
No.
Cook it like that.
That is a bad.
She put them in
bad-
the oven? How'd she cook them?
Yeah, she like roasted them first.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she must have soaked them in this vinaigrette. She called it vinaigrette, but I looked like just white distilled vinegar. It was weird. Just a weird
Maury
taste.
Povich would say, and that's a lie.
That is a lie. It was
That's a
terrible.
lie.
I want butter, Mrs. Dash,
Yes.
or some sort of like Emerald Lagasse seasoning.
Yes.
Or even Lowry seasoning. Something on
Yes.
top. Give it
Mrs.
something.
Dash.
Something.
Yeah.
It was a rough night.
Well, I'm glad you survived. You
Thank
did
you.
not starve.
No.
You're here today.
No.
You look better. You're feeling better.
Oh, I feel
You
great.
slept well.
I had Mucinex and Halls. I didn't put an onion on my foot like you said.
Oh, that's right. How were the onions?
No, the onions were good on my my animal style fries today. So maybe that was.
Do you do vapor rub?
No, the thing is
Jeff.
the vapor rub was on the changing table of the baby, so I couldn't like go in and wake him up because if you wake
But
up
it
a
worked.
baby,
It would have been worth it. If you tiptoe in there, you would sleep all night long. You'd go to school, no coughing.
see, I
You'd be
just put
fine.
I put 8 pillows in my back, so basically I was sleeping standing
They're
up,
all propped up.
prop it up, and then I had dreams I was playing basketball. I love those dreams because it makes me feel young again.
Yeah.
And then, but every single time I have a dream when I'm playing basketball, I cramp. My legs were cramped up.
So you wake up like,
Wake up, and I had to stand up right in my calf. I thought my calf was going to start bleeding. It was so rough.
oh, I've done that too.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
And is your calf sore for like 3 or 4 days
Oh,
afterwards?
yeah.
Like it's like sore.
I feel like I have a blood clot. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And
It happened to me last week.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
I jumped out of bed.
But
I scored the winning goal in my dream.
Hey, see, that's right. I had a nice dunk. I had a really nice dunk. So I was thinking about those playoffs after watching them last night. I said, man, that must have been in my head. My subconscious.
Game 3 of the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
right?
it was awesome.
You had the game-winning dunk.
You're darn right I did.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Big day in sports locally here in the Inland Empire and beyond. We got the Ontario Reign opening up the Calder Cup playoffs on the road to the Texas Stars. They're going to drop the puck around 5 o'clock down there in the Lone Star State. So if we got any updates, anyone score some goals, we're going to bring you those live updates in our final hour of the show. That's our only hockey team because the Ducks, they lost last night at San Jose 2-1 to the Sharks. So it's a sweep for San Jose, 4 straight. And, Jeff, I told you this thing, that the Kings, the LA Kings, the other Kings, tweeted out to the Ducks last night, hey, we'll see you guys at Coachella this weekend.
See, that's great. I like that. That's funny.
They're poking fun at themselves. I can appreciate that. They both got swept out of the playoffs. They got some free time this weekend. So the Ducks and the Kings are going to be hanging out at Coachella, not in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But that's okay.
Very, very funny stuff.
The Dodgers, they beat San Diego again, 13-4. They've won 4 in a row. They are red hot. Corey Seager's 4 for 5. He had 3 RBI last night.
Jeff, we're back.
The Doyers are back.
The Dodgers are back. The Quakes are back. We're all back. It's all good.
The Angels?
Oh, no, they're hitting the skids a little bit.
Oh.
They lost to the Red Sox 9-0. Like zero, like no runs.
The world is back to normal, Jeff.
The world is evening out right now. But, hey, Shohei Ohtani's going to be hitting today.
They said he's available, so hopefully he should be in the lineup, DHing for the Halos tonight. He should be. And they said the blister on his middle finger, that it shouldn't hamper him and that he should make his next start as a pitcher as well. So hopefully he's in the lineup today as the DH, and hopefully he'll make his next start on the mound as well. So.
Yeah, and don't panic, Halo fans. 2 games, getting outscored by, they just got outscored. I'm going to put it that way. They were outscored quite a few, but don't put the panic button. The Boston Red Sox are starting better than they ever have.
Red Sox are good.
They're
best start ever.
Ever. And the Angels, until this recent series, had their best start ever.
The Red Sox were playing baseball before, like, the car was invented.
Yeah, they've been
That's
around
how long they've been around. And this is their best start ever.
Yeah, my father-in-law is a big Boston fan, is talking smack.
Oh.
But he's more of a bandwagon guy than I am. Every time there's a playoffs, remember the NCAA tournament, he would go, oh, yeah, that's my team. And then a week later, oh, that's my team. Oh, yeah. Loyola, oh, yeah, that's my team.
I guess it runs in the family,
yeah,
doesn't it?
It must something, but not as bad as him.
Right?
Oh, yeah, if the Angels are doing well, he'll love it.
Oh, my Halos,
yeah,
man,
he's that guy.
My Warriors. Yeah. I've always liked the Quakes. They're back in first place in the South Division. That's my Cal League team.
Hashtag my Warriors.
Hashtag my Warriors.
I'll tell you what, I was listening on the way home.
To the Skog Dog.
The Skoggy Skogs. Skogs is pretty darn good.
That's why they call him the Vince Scully. Yeah, he didn't make that up. That's
he is a likable cat on the air. I'm telling you.
Well, the Quakes won 11-4 at Lancaster tonight. They're back home tonight to take on the Lake Elsinore Storm. They're in first place in the South Division. It's all good in Quakes land. Rylan Bannon with 3 home runs last night. Greg heard them all, I'm sure, right? Did you hear all those home runs?
3 of them.
He said he tied the record.
The team record, right?
Team record, yeah, of most home runs.
Wow.
What's Mike Skoggy Skog? What's his home run call? It's far, it's deep, it's gone!
Does he have, we're going to have to ask him, isn't he going to be on our show?
He's going to be on our show at 5.
Do you think he can recreate one of those home runs from last night? We've had Cullen recreate games.
He probably can.
I wonder if he's got a signature home run call. Because, like, a lot of the big major league guys.
They do, and he's big.
You can put it on the board, yes!
I think
like those guys like that.
Yes.
The Grandy man.
It's deep, it's far, it's gone!
Cullen needs one.
Cullen.
Work on it. Cullen, you need one. Seriously, you need a home run call.
Can we say what state he's going to? We haven't really announced it. Can we tell him, the people?
Saskatoon?
Is that where you're going, Saskatoon? Canada?
Canada.
They don't play baseball
Nova
in Canada.
Scotia.
They don't play Canada. They don't play baseball in Canada.
No?
No.
Is it illegal?
I think he's swimming. Yeah, it's.
Wait, can we talk about this, Cullen?
All right, let's just say
we might just do it. They're not listening to us.
Is he going to one of the Dakotas?
The Dakotas.
Which one? South? North.
North.
That's
the good one.
Is that the good one?
That's the good one.
Is that the one that has the monument?
It might be the bad one.
Is that the monument one with the presidents?
Mount Rushmore is North Dakota?
Is it North Dakota? What do you mean? You're going there and you should know these things.
Jeez.
Man, what kind of play-by-play, color slash, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, that could be your home run call. It's far, it's deep, it's to Mount Rushmore and go!
Oh, Teddy Roosevelt! Make that one honest, Abe. Oh,
Speak
cross.
softly and carry a big stick.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, someone chopped down the...
South Dakota.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
okay, but still chop down the cherry tree.
Wait, hold
He's
on.
hitting bombs.
Hold on.
Sorry.
You're in North Dakota. Mount Rushmore, South Dakota.
Oh.
So we need a new one.
All
we
right.
got to take Mount Rushmore out of the mix.
Okay,
What's in North Dakota?
Crickets. Lots and lots of crickets.
No, they got to be famous for something.
Nope, crickets. Crickets.
That's my first Google alert of the day. What is famous in North Dakota?
Crickets and cicadas.
What's that?
You don't know
Flowers?
what a cicada is?
A flower.
No.
A bird.
Okay, well, let me tell you something.
A plant.
When I was a young boy and I would go to the South, when I go to the South, I had these nets. I know we're in a hurry here, but I had these nets and I would catch cicadas. Cicadas are like ravenous, crazy grasshoppers on crack.
Oh.
And they'll bite you. Oh, they'll hurt you.
You will?
I would catch
They're
cicadas.
meat eaters.
Yeah, but I would catch cicadas and then I would take them home and I'd put them in a wok. And I throw a little olive oil on them.
Tastes like just like Brussels sprouts.
Oh, no, I wouldn't put vinegar on them, but I would take a little olive oil and some salt, and I would sit and watch the fireflies at night as I would chew on some cicadas. Yeah, true story.
After a long day of noodling.
You're darn right. You're darn right. But yeah, he's going to be hanging out in South Dakota? No, North Dakota.
He's in North Dakota. Mount Rushmore's in South Dakota, right? Is that what we just established? Okay.
I don't think there's anything going on.
We're going to find out what's famous because he needs a home run call for his team.
You got to say a boot.
A boot?
It's about time.
Well, the Quakes are back home. They've got the Storm tonight. The Storm beat the 66ers last night in 10 innings. And Will Myers of the San Diego Padres hit a home run for Lake Elsinore last night. Will Myers of the Padres will be in the Storm lineup when they take on Rancho Cucamonga tonight.
No way.
Get
out of
Big
Dodge.
time.
That's pretty sweet.
And Cal Baptist, again, that huge series with Azusa Pacific, the #1 team in the country, beginning today at 5 o'clock. If anything happens in that one, Jeff, we'll let everyone know about it in our final hour because first pitch is at 5 o'clock out there at APU. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. Check them out off of Alessandro Boulevard. That's Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, taking care of all of your sporting gear needs, plus Letterman's jackets. So they got all the sports equipment, but they also do all the embroidery. They do the printing, team sales, all that stuff at Ken Sporting Goods out there in Horsetown, USA since 1976. I got the shirt on. It says established 1976.
I like it.
Also, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Make sure you ask about their strength and speed class. That first one is always absolutely free, but you got to mention Jeff Gorham at the door. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Twitter. Check out all the cool things that they're doing out there and all the latest on those Boost athletes from the youth level all the way up to the pros. That's Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass in Corona. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, finance, all in the same spot. CatalanoCars.com is the website. That sweet GMC Yukon, under 39,000 miles. It's the special of the week. You will not find a better deal unless Jeff already went and bought it. Did you buy it last night?
No.
So it's still out there.
Still out there. I want it really bad.
If you can beat Jeff Gorham to the lot, it could be yours.
And I'm fast.
Off of Temescal Canyon Road.
KG.
You're a KG veteran. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, we still got to get to the NBA playoffs. It was a big night, and 3 more big games on tap tonight. We'll talk about those when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, And I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
What is up? Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, the official sports show of the Inland Empire, every day from 3 to 6 p.m.
The only one.
We got like a seal of approval, like a little stamp we put on everything. This is the official show of the Inland Empire. We do it for the IE. We talk about the IE. We love the IE. We live in the IE.
How the heck did Fox come to us and say, you guys want to do a show?
People ask us every day.
And all the time.
How did that happen?
Fox came to us. Hey, we want you on every day. What are you talking about? Wow. 3 hours, the last 15 hours a week. I don't even stay awake 15 hours a week. Wow.
Some of your guys at your school, right? Were like
ding dongs.
Yeah, they're like, hey, Jeff Gorham's on the radio. What do you mean he's on the radio? He's a big radio star. It's Jeff Gorham from the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE.
Yeah, it was just funny the day after I met with these guys in the old water cooler.
Yeah.
And the next day, my buddy's still sitting in the corner. He always sits in there, and he said, yeah, those guys thought you never spoke and that you were kind of a jerk, but then they heard you on the radio, and they didn't believe it was you. How dare you? If you guys are listening right now, how dare you besmirch my name and call me a jerk?
Jeff is very big time. He's very important.
Yeah, I am huge.
People know him. He's a big deal.
I am very, very huge.
We've got to get to the NBA playoffs. It was a huge night for basketball. The Cavaliers beat Indiana, but it took a Herculean effort from LeBron James. 46 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and they still barely beat Indiana 197. Jeff, we were talking off the air about this. So that series is tied 1-1. It's going back to Indiana now. LeBron James is going to have to do that every single night to even give Cleveland a chance to move on.
Well, here's the thing about the playoffs, Pep. When you have a guy that is, I mean, they're barely beating the Pacers. Barely beating the Pacers. He is doing everything he can. He almost scored half of their points. Nobody's doing anything. Kevin Love has a torn ligament in his left thumb. He is questionable for the rest of the series. He says he's going to play.
He's like the only other guy they got.
He is the only other guy they have. And here's the deal. The Pacers, the NBA playoffs, the coaching staff, there's 50 guys on that coaching staff. They are going to scout the hell out of LeBron James and the Cavaliers. And I think they're going to go into game 3 here smiling, knowing that they're going to have a shot to upset the Cavaliers and get them out the first round. I believe the Pacers are going to win this series.
I kind of hope they do.
I think it's coming. I think it's the end of this 8-year run of going to the finals. I think it's going to be the Indiana Pacers are going to upset the Cavaliers. And I don't know if I call it so much an upset because I think we're actually seeing the true Cavaliers. A lot of people talked about them being very, very good after the trade. You and I talked about it. I told you I don't think they got any better. I think they got younger, but they don't have any guys that have playoff experience or anyone that can back up LeBron James or Kevin Love. They're a mishmash of guys.
If you take LeBron James out of the equation, you take him off of Cleveland, this is not even close to being a playoff team.
They are not a playoff team. In fact, if they're in the Western Conference, they are possibly the second worst team.
Behind Phoenix.
And just below.
Sacramento's a little bit ahead. A little bit ahead. The Kings are a little bit ahead.
A smidgen ahead. But I think that this is the end. I think the Pacers, I don't think they go beyond the second round, but I think they get past Cleveland and that ragtag band of characters playing behind LeBron James.
LeBron James is something special. We're probably not going to see a guy like him, I don't know, ever.
So stop.
Listen.
Hey, Wilt. There was always another Wilt.
I know there's always like the next superstar coming down the line, but there's never another Michael Jordan. There's never another LeBron James.
Not another Kobe Bryant.
Who?
See? You can stop. So Kobe
Bryant.
Yeah, I agree. There's their own special, unique talent. I think he's a notch above Magic Johnson, and I love Magic Johnson, but the same kind of 6'9" point guard is really what he is.
See, the reason I want the Cleveland Cavaliers to lose in the first round, because it's going to accelerate all those rumors, all the offseason talk of what's LeBron James going to do. He's like, people are going to say he's definitely leaving Cleveland. Look, the Cavaliers can't even get out of the first round.
You think he's going to stay in Cleveland on a team that can't get out of the first round?
No, and
it's going to accelerate all that conversation in the offseason.
And I don't think he does. I think he did what he said he was going to do.
He brought him a title,
he brought him a title, but gave him a title. He didn't do what he said as far as getting him a title every year. But darn it, he took the Cavaliers to the championship several times. With one championship under the belt, I think he leaves. I think he ends up in L.A. I don't know if the Rockets would want him.
But the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Lakers and Kawhi Leonard. And LeBron.
That is a very good possibility. We'll find out here shortly.
And I saw a report like, oh, the Lakers, man, they should go after Kawhi Leonard. I saw that today. And I was
Come on.
Like, dude, we're talking about that since Christmas. Yeah.
We said it. In fact, when he went down, in fact, I had said he's not ever going to play for him again. I'm a firm believer. You have Coach Pop's wife just passed away. God bless. I'm sorry to hear that. But we haven't heard from Kawhi Leonard. We've heard from everybody in the league. You got to step up for your coach.
And Popovich is not coaching Game 3 tonight.
I would assume he wouldn't.
Just came down about an hour ago that it was official that Coach Popovich will not be coaching the Spurs Game 3 against Golden State tonight. Jeff, let's keep it out west. The Jazz in Oklahoma City, they're all even at 1 after Utah won last night, 102-96. That rookie Donovan Mitchell, who people are saying could be the rookie of the year if it's not Ben Simmons.
Who said he was rookie of the year?
You did. If it's not Ben Simmons, which people are questioning, is Ben Simmons really a rookie? But that's a different conversation. But Donovan Mitchell, through the first 2 games of the playoff series, has scored 55 points. That is a new NBA record for a rookie guard in his first 2 playoff games, besting the great Michael Jordan, who had 53 points in 1985.
Well, I'll tell you that Donovan Mitchell is a special player. Nobody expected him to take over the offensive reins in Utah so early. The steal of the draft. There's a couple guys that stood out this year. Kyle Kuzma, Donovan Mitchell.
Kuzer.
Those guys have been very, very good. Guys that were you didn't expect to do so well. Donovan Mitchell was supposed to stay another year at Louisville. Rick Pitino, his former coach, said he wasn't ready. Apparently, Rick Pitino, we've seen he's been wrong in the past. He was definitely wrong with Donovan Mitchell. The Jazz, I think, get past Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is a fool's gold team. A team you'd say, hey, that's a golden team. That looks great, but really,
simply based on talent.
You break it down. It's not gold. It's a fine pyrite.
It's Carmelo.
It's pyrite. It's pyrite.
It looks nice.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's a cubic zirconium.
It is. And
it looks nice, but it's not the real thing.
No. And Paul George is on a rental. Why would you play with those 2 guys? Russell Westbrook, a great player. Carmelo Anthony can't guard a soul. So, yeah, I think the Jazz get by Oklahoma. Oklahoma is fool's gold. They go home with Cleveland.
And also out west, Houston running through Minnesota at this point. It's not even close. 102-82 last night against the T-Wolves. They're up 2-0 in that series. And Chris Paul being Chris Paul, 27 points, 8 assists last night. Jeff, there's not a chance that they even stub their toe in one game against Minnesota, right? They're gonna go for the Super Bowl.
I wasn't sold on the Rockets until last night. You have James Harden, who was 1 for 9 in the first half. He had 9 points. But the guy finally showed that he could play a little bit of defense. Last year when he didn't score, he disappeared defensively. He showed that they're going to be really good. I think the Rockets and the Warriors, if they do meet, that could be the series of the entire playoffs.
That's like the NBA Finals. That's like the 2 best teams in the league, the entire association going head-to-head, but it would be in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, and I will say the big man.
Capella?
No, the big man from Minnesota.
Oh, Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns really, really is showing his being scared of the playoffs. I watched him play. I watched just him personally. They were trying to go 4 out, 1 in with him in the post. He was running everywhere. He was out on the perimeter. They had 5 guys on the perimeter, no one in the post. He refused to post up. He refused to do the high pick and rolls to go to the post. He's got to be that post guy. You've got to be the guy on the block when you go 4 out, 1 in. He was not that guy. There's no way they win this series.
Tonight, as we mentioned, it's the Warriors and the Spurs Game 3. Blazers and Pelicans. Pelicans up 2-0 in that series. And it's going back to the Big Easy. They're in a good spot against the Blazers. And the 76ers and the Heat, they're all even at 1. Game 3 tonight down in
Miami. When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, Jeff, what do you call a group of Rams?
Mob.
A mob.
We got a mob.
The Rams are going south of the border in la Ciudad de Mexico. Van a jugar un juego de fútbol americano.
Hey, biggest city in the world.
It is.
It is.
And we're bringing the NFL there. We're bringing the Rams. It's going to be one big NFL party because the Rams are going south of the border. We've got those details as the NFL complete schedule is about to go released, unveiled to the world.
They're going to Taco Bell, south of the border.
Chalupa. Gordita.
Oh, I like the Mexi Melts. Great stuff.
Do they still have those? I used to eat those. I don't think they have them.
Oh, no. I order them every single time.
Are you sure?
I would like 3 Mexi Melts, please. Yes, every single time. I love
like 3
the
all for you? Yes, don't ask.
I love the Mexi Melts.
We'll be back. It's the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility. So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez. And we're gonna go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're gonna teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips. And power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. You know, we all want to be powerful, strong athletes, so we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips. All right, so the shoulders are going to be flexed and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended and the hips are going to be flexed. All right, and then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast. All right, so right now I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So I want you to, Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing. All right, so we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, while my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing. All right, so we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. That's Jeff Gorham, Greg Holla. I'm Pep Fernandez. I remember when Tara and I started dating, I was talking about the Sacramento Kings all the time because that was their heyday. That was the golden age of Kings basketball.
How many championships did they win in those golden?
That was the golden age, and they were really good. And
but those Lakers.
But those Lakers, how many during that golden age, how many of those championships went to the Lakers?
Lots of wins.
How many disappointments?
Lots of wins, lots of big victories.
How many times did you curse the TV?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I said pretty hurtful things about the Lakers and Kobe and Shaq. Real mean-spirited, like real hurtful.
Yeah?
Kind of disgusting things.
Who's your favorite Laker, or who's your least favorite Laker, I should say?
Kobe Bryant.
Really?
Easy.
Because of
he killed us.
Okay. Well, there
time
were
and time again.
How about just singular games? Weren't there a couple guys that had a couple single games that were just? Was it Robert Horry?
Robert Horry hit that shot.
That's
yeah,
right.
in the Western Conference Finals.
That's
yeah.
right.
But yeah, time and time again, it was Kobe.
Yeah, he was the king killer.
He was the best player on the planet at that time. Like, why would you leave him open?
He should have been on Game of Thrones. You know why?
Why?
Because he killed so many kings. True. That's what they do in that show. They kill kings.
You're right. That's
the
what they
kingdoms. And Kobe's killed them all.
We got to talk a little NFL because the schedule is set to come out. The complete schedule. We're going to know exactly who's playing where and when. So all you Rams fans, Chargers fans, Raider fans. But a couple of the games have leaked out. They've put them out there. Some of these matchups, some of these games have already leaked out, although the NFL has not released the official schedule. We do know that the Rams will be making their 60th appearance on Monday Night Football when on November 19th, they will head south of the border, not to Taco Bell, but to Mexico City, La Ciudad, to take on the Kansas City Chiefs at Estadio Azteca. And it's going to be a wonderful time.
The largest city in the world. Did you know that Mexico City is the world's largest city?
Them and Tokyo always battle for that top spot,
They
right?
do, but man, I'll tell you, Mexico City is a giant mecca.
It is.
And I can't wait to see my Rams.
And that stadium's nuts. The Raiders go down there a lot. They got a big Raider fan base.
Raiders.
The United States men's national team for soccer, they go down there, and man, it gets wild down there at Estadio Azteca.
The Rams are awesome. I can't wait to see Todd Gurley. I can't wait to see Jack Skellington at quarterback.
See?
And we're going to see the new, what do they call the line now? It wasn't the fearsome foursome.
The gruesome twosome.
The gruesome twosome. And then you have
Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald.
And you got those two great cornerbacks. Because you don't need safeties anymore. You just need one safety, two corners, and you're ready to go.
That's it.
And those two corners are awesome. What do you think, Peters?
Marcus Peters and Akeem
Talib. Those are two of the hottest corners in football. And they've got that great receiver they just brought in to take the place of Sammy Watkins.
Brandon Cooks.
He's going to be
from the Patriots.
Then you have the Cups. Cooper Cups. Is that
Cups.
Cups.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
As in one.
Oh, he seems, the way he plays.
There's two of them.
There's like two or three of those guys.
One on each side of the field.
Yeah, so the Rams, my team, and they have always been my team.
Always. Until they're bad.
No,
and then you'll pick a new one.
Until they fall apart. And then
Then
I jump over to the Chargers.
Yeah, weren't you a Charger fan?
I was a Charger fan, yeah.
Rams, Chiefs, Monday Night Football, November 19th. Mark your calendar. Again, the NFL is going to release the entire schedule for everybody in about 1 hour. So we'll talk about that in our final hour as well here on the Inland Sports Show. There's a report, and this one really bugs me. They're saying Tom Brady, his future is in doubt. He might retire. Can he resolve his issues with the Patriots? In fact, that was a headline on several websites. And I thought to myself, what's the issues? Has he said that he might retire? He said he's coming back. Like, why are these people fishing for headlines and clicks on their website? He never said anything when he went to the offseason saying, guys, I don't know if I'm going to come back or not. I really got to think about this. No, he always said, dude, I'm going to play like 5 more years.
Well,
and what's his issue with the Patriots?
Here's what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking? Because I think he's coming back 100%, no doubt. Tom Brady is back.
I think he is coming back, but he's not showing up for these off-season workouts.
He's in Qatar with his family. Give him a break.
Qatar or Qatar?
Qatar.
He's riding.
He's on vacation. He's got like a private hotel with waterfalls. Leave him alone.
He's in between those 3 humps on that camel I saw.
He and Giselle and the kids, leave him alone.
Boonchen. Here's what I think, though. Let's look at the last couple of years for the Patriots. You have Gronkowski and you have Tom Brady. They have the same trainer. This trainer guy has become a wedge.
Alex Guerrero? Is that the guy?
Yes. Has become
TB12?
He has become a wedge between Coach Belichick, Brady, Gronk. He's made – the good thing is for Brady is he's able to keep Brady playing at the age of 40 plus. He wants to play till he's 45, they said.
You're exactly right. That's why he's coming back. Continue.
But I think Belichick doesn't like the fact that Gronk came in and he was lighter, thinner. He's become a vegan. He's trying to do all these things.
I need Gronk eating meat, being a frat boy,
drinking beers.
He wears huge, armored pads out there on the football field. He looks like a half robot.
So I think that put a wedge between Belichick and Brady and Gronk and those guys. But I do think there's a little bit of truth into everything that comes out. I think something is released for a purpose. And I do think the reason being is I think they're going to draft up for a quarterback.
You might be right there. I think the whole Tom Brady thing, and we don't know if he's coming back, and can he resolve his issues with the Patriots? Fake news. That's a non-story. But that's somebody trying to drum up something juicy before the NFL draft.
Of course. But it also sets up for a quarterback controversy if they draft a quarterback. And I think, and I could be wrong, it looks like the Patriots like Rosen.
They do like Josh. Well, that's what another report says, that the Patriots are interested in Josh Rosen. And interesting enough, the Denver Broncos have come out, and according to some NFL reporters, the Denver Broncos are actively shopping the number 5 overall pick in the NFL draft. Now, I'm not saying the Patriots are trying to move up to get a Josh Rosen, but if they were going to, and the Broncos are out there looking for a taker to make a trade with, Josh Rosen might be there at number 5. He could be.
Well, he is slated, and there's a hit and miss with quarterbacks we've seen throughout the years of the draft. High picks, low picks, it doesn't matter. You get guys that have played JC football. Aaron Rodgers, one of those guys, came in.
Few college roadrunners.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a game changer because, Tom Brady can't play forever. He's not the bionic man.
He can't.
He can't.
He's got Giselle. He's in Qatar.
He's got Bunchen.
That's fine.
But you got to think of it. Garoppolo was that guy. But Garoppolo wasn't going to wait 8 years to be that number one.
No.
9 years. But you bring in a guy like Rosen who could be that guy. You bring in a Lamar Jackson, could be that guy to work on his skills for, 2-3 years tops, playing behind Tom Brady under Belichick. They could develop one of these guys into a very, very good quarterback.
I give Tom Brady 2 more years.
But you got to have somebody in the fold. There's nobody.
But you know what? When they got rid of Jimmy G, you have to think there had to have been some sort of a conversation where they sat down with Tom Brady and said, Tom, realistically, how much longer are you going to stay with this team? How much longer do you think you can play at this level? They're smart. Bill Belichick, all those Patriots, this is one of the greatest franchises in any sport. There had to have been a conversation before they pulled the trigger to send Garoppolo to the 49ers. There had to have been some sort of a conversation. That's what bothers me when they say, oh, you know what, they were going to, get rid of Tom Brady and, he might not come back and he might retire. No, that is a non-story. That is fake news. Tom Brady was always coming back. He has no intention of not coming back. He was always coming back. That's someone trying to get clicks on their website, and they've got a plan.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Josh Rosen, but they've got a plan.
Well, I do think the reason that you did mention that Tom Brady might be retiring, might be this, is to bring a little excitement to that quarterback of the future, possibly. Think of this, and this is one thing before we end. How bad is the AFC East?
Really bad.
I mean, horrible. Outside of New England.
Bills, Jets, Dolphins, right?
Yes. Not a very good company. They're going to win regardless of who's quarterback. Regardless. And they're going to win for a few years with the guys they have. So why not draft that quarterback? Why not make some news? Make yourself a name out there. You always want to be relevant. The Lakers always want to be relevant. The Patriots want to be relevant. The Yankees are relevant. That is what they do.
Tom Brady's 40 years old. I don't think he's going to get his feelings hurt if they draft a quarterback because he understands it's a business and he's in the twilight of his career. If he was like 32 years old and he's the franchise quarterback and they draft a QB, yeah, I would be a little butthurt and say, what are you guys doing? Dude, I'm still good for like another decade. But no, he's 40.
Yeah, and outside.
The end is near.
Yeah, and outside of the AFC West, the South and North have some suspect teams as well. So you're putting yourself in a position to win for the next couple of years. So
if you see a Tom Brady headline that says, will Tom Brady retire? Is there tension between he and the Patriots? Fake news. That's a non-story. That's someone trying to get you to click on it. Tom Brady is coming back. He's got no beef with the Patriots. Even if they do draft a quarterback, even if they move, let's say they move up and they draft Josh Rosen.
Which I see them doing.
They could. That's still a non-story. Tom Brady is still the guy. He's still coming back. And again, I think he's still good for 2 years, maybe 3 more years. And then if you have a guy like Josh Rosen, boom, you got your next QB.
I agree.
In line.
100%.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We will talk a little Riverside Sport Hall of Fame. The big ceremony's coming up in just a couple weeks. We have El Presidente in the house, Jerry Hurley. When we come back, it's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
But I have an idea of where we can start. From today, I'm going to make it the responsibility of this government to find a job for every American who wants one.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Oh, we got the president in the house. Secret Service has surrounded the Inland Sports Show. It is safe other than Jeff. No creepy characters other than Jeff. We're all good.
I'm as creepy as they get. They let me in every single day.
The Secret Service signed off on you and everything. I was so surprised.
I was very shocked as well.
Yeah,
very
I don't know
much
how.
so.
They do a background check. All kinds of stuff would come up.
Well, I have dirt on everyone else. So they said, I said, hey, you don't let me in here.
That's right.
I got dirt on you, buddy.
secrets.
And then the other guy said, I got dirt on you too. So yeah, I get to go anywhere I like. I got a pass. I got a hall pass.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're proudly brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Ken Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Yes, we do have the president, Jerry Hurley from the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame. The big ceremony's coming up on May 7th, which is now just around the corner, Jerry.
Absolutely.
I can't believe it.
I think if you look on our website, it's like 17 days away, and so it's not officially panic time yet, but we've got 251 people signed up to come to the banquet, and our goal is to have 500. So I appreciate the opportunity to be here to
We want to pack the room, right? We want everyone to come out and celebrate these Riverside athletes and the coaches, and it's more than just the class of 2018 because you actually honor and celebrate, the high school student athletes. You're going to recognize. You're talking about some of the basketball teams here in Riverside as well.
Right. Yes, we're going to honor Hillcrest and Notre Dame, and we're also going to recognize the great work done by the Riverside Judo Youth Club under the auspices of the Riverside Police Foundation, Chief Diaz. So yeah, it's a great time. It's a family reunion, and we want everyone to come to the event at the Riverside Convention Center.
And you have the Parade of Champions again, right? Where you have the high school student athletes, and you honor athletes from the different high schools inside the city of Riverside. I mean, that's kind of a neat deal when you bring them all out as well.
It is. Thank you for saying that. We've got 34 high school athletes, 17 male and 17 female from each of the area high schools. We've got 8 student athletes from the colleges and universities, in addition to the 7 inductees that we're going to bring in this year. So it's a great time.
Including in those 7 inductees, Jim Clover. I mean, is that the bottom of the barrel? Is there no one else out there? Is Jim Clover?
He's like he's like Keystone Light. You just bring him in. He's like the bottom of the barrel guy. You bring him. But no, one of those guys that has been a staple.
Everybody knows Jim Clover. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, everybody knows Jim Clover.
Hey, Jim Clover has palpated every part of my body. I don't know if he wants
palpated. What's that?
He's got to feel around, make sure, because I'm injured. I'm like.
Didn't you say he made you pass out?
Yes, he's made me do all kinds of weird things over my. I think I've known Jim for over 40 years, and I will say this. Any sports injury I've ever had, Jim has been the guy that I would go to the sport clinic at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would go there at lunchtime, and I'd go there after school. I spent time cleaning the old sport clinic off of Brockton when I was a little boy. You couldn't ask for a better guy and a contributor to go into the Hall of Fame this year. The best.
Absolutely.
And he's also the mastermind behind the Inland Empire All-Star Football Classic, which is, I think we just had the 33rd annual, so it's the longest-running All-Star game in California. I mean, he's got his hands in everything.
He's raised $170,000.
Amazing in scholarship money.
Amazing.
Yeah, he and the late, great Dr. Wall.
Yeah, Dr. Jerome Wall as well. Absolutely.
It's pretty special for us because on one slab over at the Old Sport Clinic, we've got Dr. Wall's plaque, and right adjacent to that will be Jim Clover's. And that's very, both of them were instrumental in organizing.
Very fitting. Very fitting to put them next to each other like that.
Sure, yes.
The other guys and gals who are part of the class of 2018, Tyler Clary, who, man, I feel like he just won the gold medal. What was it, the 500? What was the event?
The 200.
Was the 200? Maybe it was. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, he was a 200-meter backstroke.
200-meter backstroke, that's right.
That's right.
So, yeah, world champion, great Olympic athlete.
And now he's into racing.
Yeah, he's
like motorsports.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he wants to make his living through motorsports. He had a ferocious 50-meter kick to win that gold medal. That was his first gold medal. And part of our video tribute to him is going to be that last leg where he just goes after it. It's unbelievable what he did on that day.
He's such a great swimmer because you look at swimmers' bodies, like a Michael Phelps. They're like 6'4", 6'5", broad shoulders. I remember I interviewed Tyler Clary at a pool in Fullerton, and I was standing next to him. We were kind of like the same size.
6'1", 185 pounds.
But he's unbelievable.
Shaped like a V.
Yeah.
I'm shaped like a W, but he's shaped like a V. And he's just
yeah, he was
quality guy from day one.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that left Riverside, went to the University of Michigan. You know, he was a 4-time CIF champion. Goes over and dominates at University of Michigan, and just one of those guys that you look at and like Sippy Woodhead, was another great swimmer in Riverside. Those two you hold in the highest regards.
Yes, in fact, Tyler was only there for 3 years because then he turned pro. He set several
Big Ten
records.
Yeah,
in swimming. Yeah, was the National Swimmer of the Year in the NCAA in 2009.
Unbelievable.
Yes,
unbelievable to go on to win a gold medal on top of everything else. Right. We also have Carl Marshall, bodybuilding. You know, we think about the traditional sports, Jerry. You know, basketball, baseball, football, bodybuilding.
He is our first. He's going to be our oldest inductee at 89 and a half years young. His goal was to be on stage competing at age 100.
Holy smokes.
Doing his routine. His dad lived to be 102. Carl has never had a headache in his life. And I dare you to shake his hand before the event. And it's going to be throbbing. He is legendary. And he's won every age category for 4 decades that he's competed in. And he takes really a lot of pride in being a natural athlete. No steroids and no enhancements.
Yeah, there was a time where I used to see him go down to Riverside Community College or Riverside City College, and you'd see him, he'd be jogging around, he'd have his ankle weights on and lifting, and you're like, man, this guy was like super old back then. I remember thinking, but ripped, never seen anybody as fit as this man. And it wasn't just you'd go down there and see him once a week. It was every single day at Riverside City College, and he was working out all the time, running, lifting, doing it all.
Yeah, he's known around town. You'd see him on his bicycle. Everywhere he'd go on his bicycle. And he would he'd be at RCC running the stands.
Running the bleachers at Wheelock. Yeah, amazing. Great guy, great story.
He's participated in 500 competitions throughout his life.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame class of 2018 with Jerry Hurley, El Presidente. Also, Gary Lucas, Major League Baseball player. There's been a lot of guys from out of the Riverside area to go on to the major leagues. And Gary Lucas, one of the greats. In fact, Jeff, do you know him, or you somehow you have connections to him?
Of course, I seem to have run across paths with him. But a very good friend of Mark Gard, who's another Riverside Poly. They were teammates and still good friends. He was one of those guys that, as I was a kid, we looked at Gary Lucas. There were a couple other guys where Eric Schau was another local guy that was a major league player. John Lowenstein, guys that were Riverside guys we looked up to as kids, and just a stud at Riverside.
Eric Schau has the most wins in Riverside history as a pitcher, and Gary Lucas is third on that list. I think probably behind Troy Percival. I think he's second in saves all time. He had a 3.01 ERA for his career. Good friends with Dennis Rogers. Coach Rogers is going to be his ambassador. Dennis was the best man at his wedding. You couldn't ask for a nicer gentleman than Gary Lucas. He is an absolute wonderful human being. He's been a great coach in several organizations. Had a great, had a very good pro career for 8 years, 1980, 1987.
If we could circle back to swimming a little bit.
Sure.
Jerry Moss Chanteau. Hopefully I'm saying that last name correct.
Yes.
Another star swimmer. Something about the waters here in Riverside. We've got tons of great swimmers from out of this area.
At Poly High School. 11-time All-American at Auburn. When she attended Auburn, and that's a swimming powerhouse. 3 of her 4 years, they won the national championship. And in her junior year, they came in second nationally. And she was a big part of that. And just from the earliest days, she was a competitive swimmer in Riverside, junior national champion, and just matriculated to a great place to where she could compete at the college level. And wonderful human being, absolutely terrific to work with. Holds several SEC championship records.
If you forget how great Riverside is, or if you need a refresher, all you have to do is read these names and the things they've done. And like Jerry said, they're even better people outside of their individual sports. It's like, you know what? This is a great place. Riverside is a fantastic place. And we're so proud of the athletes that come out of this area, and they represent Riverside so well. Mika Wagner also, as we talk a little volleyball as well. I think, Riverside, man, we've got so many great baseball players. I'm like, we got a lot of good softball players, too. We got a lot of great swimmers. Got a lot of great volleyball players, too.
She was an absolute stud over at Notre Dame, went on to USC. I think she's in the top 8 all-time in 6 offensive volleyball categories at USC. And women's volleyball is supreme over there. It's absolutely unbelievable. Went over to Europe and competed for 17 years in Europe in 4 different countries. She speaks 5 different languages. I challenge her to make her acceptance speech in 5 languages. I'm from New Jersey. I probably won't understand any language that she's using, but she's just a wonderful young lady. She's quite the entrepreneur right now. She's in the fashion industry, and she just goes for it, and had a great career. Just an absolute great career overseas. And so she might be one of the best kept secrets in Riverside.
And finally, on a serious note, Charles Leathers, who recently passed away, he's also part of the class of 2018. Jerry, I know we're very excited. He's a legendary track coach. We're excited to get him in the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, he did pass away, but we get to celebrate his life on May 7th.
Absolutely. His sister's coming in from Stockton. She's going to be escorted down the aisle by some of the great athletes that Coach Leathers coached, Joanna Hayes, Nicole Hoxie, and Nicole Denby perhaps will be there. Shantae Howard-Lowe.
Yes.
Coach Leathers had 9 CIF girls titles and 2 CIF boys titles, and most importantly, 3 state titles over at North High School. In addition to what he did at Compton Centennial before that, before he came to North, he won 3 CIF divisional titles in Compton. So he was absolutely
very accomplished.
Very accomplished, great mentor for young people. They had a ceremony recently at North for him, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house. So he had an effect on young people.
Jerry, I got all your notes here. Did you memorize all this stuff? Are you just going to go up to the podium on May 7th at the Riverside Convention Center and just, spew it out word for word?
He has been working on this, for months. So last time we saw him was at the Wall of Distinction, and he was putting all this stuff together, working his butt off. But you have a great support staff as well. When we were at the Wall of Distinction, there were so many red coats out there, a lot of people that were so eager to help everyone out. You've done a great job, and we hope that you can continue to do this for years to come.
It's all about the team. We've got great people around us. Those red coats, as you say, are terrific. With this class, we'll have 98 inductees, 20 of which have passed away. But the other inductees over the years have contributed to the organization, helped us to fund some scholarships for young people. And, it's just, like I said, it's a family reunion, and we invite everyone to come out on May the 7th. We're going to unveil the plaques on May the 6th. And we want 500 people at the convention center. So if you want to go to www.riversidehalloffame.com, any way you want to pay us, come on out to the banquet. We will absolutely take it. We'll love having you there. I guarantee you for 3.5 hours, we'll have the greatest time that you can remember in Riverside sports history. I think it's going to be one of our better days.
And a reunion is such a great word to kind of paint that picture, because Riverside adopted me. I came into this area, Riverside adopted me. I go there, and it's a who's who. I see coaches and athletes from all the different schools, guys I admire and look up to, and they're all in the same room at the same time. It's an unbelievable experience.
Yes.
Well, I will say this. I went down into the Hall of Fame. It's on the corner of 14th and Magnolia. Mm-hmm. I took my son, my 11-year-old son. We went 2 weeks ago. We went down and we looked at all the names. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at all the names. And,
Were you on there, Jeff?
No, I'm nowhere. Nowhere.
But there's a Gorham there.
There is a Gorham. But I wanted to show him Grandpa's name on the wall. But I was going through all the names of the guys that are in the Hall of Fame, and we're talking guys that have been the posthumous names, the the Sam Peaches we were mentioning. A lot of these names, I grew up, they were part of my fabric of my family, through my dad, through my brother, through my mom. There was always something that I had in common with them. I knew almost every single one of these guys. And as a Riverside resident, as a sports enthusiast of high school sports, college sports here in Riverside, you guys have done, it's an amazing, amazing list of so many successful people in so many different areas.
It's a labor of love. We're privileged to be able to do it. There's so many more that we need to recognize in the 100-year history of athletics and recreation in Riverside. So I think the best is yet to come. We're spirit-driven to keep after it, and as long as we can have people come to our banquets and support the young people, and we really want to give out as many scholarships as we can for high school students. So that's really what our aim is. And yeah, we'll keep working on Jeff too. Eventually,
maybe one day it'll say Jeff Gorham, basketball player / broadcaster.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, wow, yeah, that'll never happen.
Broadcast Hall of Famer Jeff Gorham. People are going to forget you even played basketball.
They're going to say in the year 2087, posthumously, it'll be my son will be 65 years old.
Bring his head out.
Yeah, freeze my head, and then but I would like to come back. And I'd like to give that speech. So yeah, it'll be, my son will be 60. He'll have grandkids, and they'll be like, "Who's that guy? He died like 17 years ago."
Famous broadcaster.
Oh yeah, big time broadcaster here in Riverside.
As an athlete, he was a great broadcaster.
So again, it's May 7th, but again, you can get your tickets online at riversidesporthallofame.com. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So anytime, go on there. Yeah. Just have your debit card or credit card ready, and do it too. At May 7th at the Riverside Convention Center. Help us celebrate some fantastic athletes and coaches and Jim Clover on May 7th.
Absolutely. We're going to turn off the microphone when Jim is there, but he won't need the microphone.
No.
He fills up a room.
He does.
Yeah.
We love you, Jim Clover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Jerry. We appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll be back here on the Inland Sports Show. We've got John Smith, Associate Head Coach from Cal State Fullerton, coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Do you think people will vote for me?
Heck yes. I'd vote for you.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
How you guys doing today? Ray Bass here from Boost Training. I'm here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about speed. We're talking about the weighted sled push. Come check it out. So when it comes to the weighted sled sprint, it's all about strength endurance. More specifically, building strength within the hips, the knees, and the calves. All right, so whatever sport you play, if you got to be strong and fast, sled sprints are for you. So I'm going to have Sawyer go ahead and get his hand placed on the right. We're going to get his hand about mid-height on that bar. He's going to back his feet out. He's going to bend his elbows and really get in the prowler here. Okay, so what I'm looking for here, when I say go, he's going to drive his knees very powerfully, and he wants to apply as much force against the ground as he can. That's what it's all about, how much force we can apply against the ground. All right, so ready, set, go. So there you have it, the weighted sled sprint. If you're not doing it, you definitely want to add it to your regimen to get strong and fast, and we're doing right here at Boost.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Big thanks to El Presidente, Jerry Hurley from the Riverside Sport Hall of Fame. It's coming up May 7th. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait. He does a great job. It's one of those things where I get excited just because, like I said, I'm like a librarian of local sports here.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, when I think of you, I think of librarian.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I tell everybody, shh.
Quiet.
Don't talk. I'm reading about local sports.
Hey, so I looked up North Dakota for our guy Cullen over here. He's got a play-by-play baseball job in North Dakota this summer. And the first thing I looked up is a website because people say, there's nothing really in North Dakota.
There's nothing.
There's nothing. And you know what? There's really nothing other than the Saber dogs. right? Saber dogs?
Saber dogs?
Saber dogs.
So does that mean they have saber tooth? Saber teeth?
No, they probably do. No, it's a fighter plane. It's like probably old school, right? Like World War I or World War II fighter jets.
They're
fighter
probably
planes.
still stuck out there in like
Planes.
World War I. They probably don't even know they're part of the Union yet.
Oh, they're part. Hey, you know what they're famous for, though?
No.
Because I thought, there's got to be something they're famous for. Iowa's famous for, like, corn. Something they're famous for.
Yeah?
My family would never move to North Dakota.
Why?
Because they're famous for their wheat farms.
Ooh!
That's a lot of gluten. Everywhere you look. Gluten here, gluten there, gluten everywhere.
You can never do a road trip there because as soon as you
We
walk,
would just smell it in North Dakota.
and you guys would break out into hives.
Oh, it'd be over.
Now,
They'd all be sick, just smelling and seeing the gluten farms of North Dakota.
Now, do you when the kids get gluten issues,
Yes.
do you put them in calamine lotion? Do you put them in baths?
Yes, we have done the calamine lotion thing because they do. The littlest one would break out in hives, so we do those sorts of things because they get real itchy, like big welts. It makes me, as a dad, it makes me very sad. So that's why we say, gluten, get out of here. We're never going to North Dakota. No offense, Cullen. We cannot come visit you this summer. I've got to cancel my plans. I was going to come fly out there with the family and visit you at your baseball game and the Saber Dogs. But I'm going to have to cancel the whole family trip because North Dakota is famous for the wheat farms, and that is gluten here, gluten there, gluten everywhere. So if you like gluten, go to North Dakota.
Oh, I'm trying to get our guy, John Smith, is trying to call in. I don't know if I gave him the right number.
Is he gluten-free?
He's not gluten-free. He says he was trying to call in and it's not working. So I'm trying to look at the other one. I don't want to give out the number.
Come on, librarian Jeff.
I can't see that far. I'm blind.
I'd read it out.
There it is.
I'd read it out loud, but this is the top secret hotline number.
I know that.
For
I
the
couldn't get it out.
VIP guest.
There's our VIP guest right there.
Right now, let's go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. He's a dear friend of the show and fresh off the NCAA tournament, the great John Smith, associate head coach at Cal State Fullerton. Coach Smith, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are fantastic. We were just talking about gluten. My family, my wife, and my kids, they're all gluten-free. They're allergic to gluten, and it's real. I thought it was a hokey thing that
it's hokey.
People don't like to eat gluten. They're making things up, but we got tested. They're actually allergic to gluten. Are you allergic to anything, Coach?
I'm allergic to losing.
Oh!
That's about it.
That's good.
Well, I'll tell you,
hate to lose.
I'm allergic to nothing just because I can eat anything.
You lose all the time.
I lose all the time. I can get stung. Hey. I can get stung by anything, and I'll tell you what, nothing affects this chiseled body.
Looking at Jeff and our belly, you can tell we're not allergic to anything.
Jeff eats everything.
I see everything. I eat everything. No, I am the goat of eating.
Well, Coach Smith, you guys at Fullerton made it to the NCAA tournament. You had Purdue in the first round. In fact, Jeff's wife over here, she's a Fullerton grad. She wanted to see you guys go all the way. But how special was it for you guys at Cal State Fullerton to win the Big West and punch your ticket to the Big Dance? That's a special experience.
Yes, it was a great experience. It was very surreal for us to take the program to where we've been striving to get it to, and for it to come to fruition was phenomenal. And then to run into Purdue, of all people, at that time you're going to play someone great, but obviously that was our kryptonite. Their size was unbelievable.
Yeah, they had the Boilermakers, one of the biggest teams in the entire tournament.
Biggest teams in the world. They had a guy that was built like, he was like the mountain. He was the giant. He was like 19 feet tall. But you guys did something. Yeah. You guys broke his elbow. You took care of the giant. you slayed the giant. You just couldn't beat him.
I would say he broke his own elbow.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a long way to fall, and he fell hard on it. But, it's unfortunate because I really thought they had a chance to go far. Their team was really solid. They're veteran oriented. I think their whole starting lineup played, international, professionally together. International ball. So it was a really tough opponent and really good team. It was unfortunate for him though.
Now, Coach, you guys had a phenomenal year. You guys make the tournament, but there's a lot of good things going on because you only lost one guy, I believe, off this team. You've got everybody pretty much coming back, a solid team that made it to the tournament this year.
Yeah. We only lose one. We lose our big man, Akeem Robertson, but he was a very integral part to what we've done the last 2 years from a defensive standpoint. So trying to replace him is going to be tough. We have a couple candidates coming in, and I can't speak on, but they'll be coming on a visit this week. But we're excited about having everybody back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked to you, Coach Smith, since the Big West Conference tournament, because going into the tournament, UCR had the top seed Davis. A lot of people were high on UC Irvine at the time, maybe even UC Santa Barbara. I think you guys turned some heads, obviously, making it to the NCAA tournament. You guys probably weren't surprised, but do you think other people outside of Cal State Fullerton were surprised that you guys were able to win the conference tournament?
Yeah, they probably were. But those on the West Coast and around it that understand the Big West has a lot of parity. And once you figure each other out and get guys to go, stick to the game plan for 120 minutes, not just 40 minutes, then you give yourself a chance to win that conference every year. I don't think we've had one since we've been in the league. We haven't had someone win the conference and win the conference tournament. So you have a chance. Once you go in, even Riverside, every team has a chance to win starting that first day of the tournament. So we tried to focus in on just taking it one game at a time, but with the end goal in mind of 120 minutes straight.
Well, Coach, I'll say this. You are the only person in America that had a son and daughter, both in the tournament. You were coaching in the tournament.
It's got to be a record.
I mean, they're going to make a movie. It's going to be a Lifetime movie because I can see John's kind of like a rom-com guy. He's a real sensitive guy.
Rom-com guy.
He's
romantic comedy guy.
He's a romantic comedy guy. I mean, look at him. He's got two beautiful daughters. He's got a beautiful wife. His son is kind of lost in the mix because you're overrun by women in your household. I know this, John Smith.
Yeah.
But Michaela Cowling goes in the 33rd pick in the draft last week. Your daughter, Kiana, is really going to she's going to be the future of Cal basketball. She had a fantastic year this year. How proud of her are you knowing that she is going to be the face of that Cal basketball team for the next 3 years?
It's a great feeling knowing that she made the right choice of where she wanted to be, and they have a great staff. They have a great program that they're building there, and my wife and I were fortunate enough to go up to their basketball banquet this past Monday. And just like you said, they're handing the torch to her. They had her do the prayer, lead the prayer for the banquet, and they had her as one of the guest speakers. So they're trying to put her in the forefront of the program, and she's looking forward to it. She's hungry. She's going to fly back to Connecticut to see Michaela Cowling, her teammate, because she got drafted by my brother, who coaches for the Connecticut Sun. So Kiana's going to get a chance to see her in camp and just see what it's about and try and learn some things and try and become that, once her senior year comes, if God willing, she stays healthy.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, you have the greatest family. Your brothers, your father, wonderful. Your wife is fantastic. Your son, let's talk about your son. Your son has really kind of came out of nowhere. He was a walk-on. He was like a $112 when he came out of high school. He was dripping wet. But, I mean, just the amount of time that he has spent in the weight room, on the floor, honing his game. I know I don't want to say you'll take complete credit because the guy, your son Jamal, has worked so hard to be a Division I basketball player, and now has surprised so many people here in the IE. Didn't surprise me because I saw him play so much. What are your thoughts on the young man, which is your son, not just as your son, but as a basketball player?
Right. And, it's great to see the fruits of his labor. He like you said, he has spent tireless hours behind the scenes in the weight room, on the floor, fixing the mechanics of his shot. I mean, I think this year he shot 39% from three, and, the knock on him was that he can't shoot. So, and every time, that people went under a ball screen or just didn't come out to close out on him, it seemed like he was hitting that timely three. So for him to work that hard and to see it come to fruition is phenomenal, and yeah, he's turned himself into a solid Division I point guard that people have to account for, and I'm so proud of him.
Well, Coach Smith, what's next for you? Have you been hot on the recruiting trail? What's going on right now?
Yeah, definitely been on the recruiting trail. I was down in San Diego last night, about to head out to Vegas tomorrow and then Indianapolis the next weekend. So just trying to continue to build this program the way that we've done. So finding high character kids that are athletic and can make shots and fit what Coach Taylor wants in our program.
Well, Coach, we cannot let you go without mentioning your wife, Kelly. Kelly is the backbone of your family. You have a younger daughter who's an excellent ball player as well, still in high school. But we have to mention her. And I want to say this. What does she mean to this family? Because I see her all over the place. I see her on social media. She's the biggest cheerleader of the Smith family.
Yeah, and I'll be remiss not to mention it either, Jeff and Pep. To be a coach is it's time consuming. So you can imagine how a coach's wife has to feel. I'm always on the go, rarely there. She's been the backbone of the family of getting people to school, to practice, to games, while I'm chasing my dream. And at the same time, by the way, she's a district manager for a bank, so she does it all. And our family would not be what it is without my wonderful wife. And my grandmother told me way back when, you could be poor by yourself, you could be strong by yourself, but you want someone that you can be powerful with, and find someone that you can be powerful with. And I've definitely found that person, and I'm so thankful for my wife.
And that's why Jeff found me, Coach, to be powerful. He found the person that brings out the best.
Oh, well, John, you better get your own job here real soon, because I'm going to bug you, because Pep and I want to do your games. We want to follow you around.
I'm trying, Jeff. I'm trying. It's a process, and it'll happen when it's time. But I'm looking forward to that moment. And when I do, you guys better be ready for my call, because you will be there, front and center.
Well, John, I am proud of you. I'm proud to say that you're my friend, and I've seen you do great things at Cal State Fullerton, and you will do things far beyond basketball with that family of yours. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Coach.
I'll talk to you guys next time, okay?
You're the best. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Right, that's John Smith, the associate head coach at Cal State Fullerton men's basketball. When we come back, we've got an NBA playoff game already underway.
We do?
Oh, yeah. We've got a score live update, plus your Major League Baseball afternoon scores. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Would you like to come over and study tonight?
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I say that's my passion because I've done it. I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and help them reach their athletic potential, help them, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
How you guys doing today? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about strength. And of course, it's very specific to speed. We're talking about the single leg supported low squat. Come check it out. So when it comes to athletic performance, and more specifically speed, it's all about the ability to generate force. It's all about being nice and strong. Now, running is a single leg motion. So it makes sense that you have to have a great foundation of strength. You gotta have single leg strength. So this exercise really works on that single leg strength here with the deep bend in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So what Mike is gonna do is gonna have an open hand grip, all right? He's gonna get nice and tight to the rack. He's gonna be doing this, he's gonna have his right foot on the ground. He's gonna flex his left knee, all right? He's gonna lower himself nice and easy. He's gonna tap that left knee on the ground and then come up. Now go ahead and do a couple reps here, Micah. All right, so what we want here is we really want to emphasize pushing that left foot in the ground, that right foot in the ground, and not pulling himself up, which is why we have the open hand grip. And as I mentioned before, really getting that deep bend in the ankles, the knees, and the hips, just as if we were sprinting. So if you're not doing this exercise, you really want to add it to your repertoire because it's a great drill for building speed and generating force. We do it right here at Boost.
$500 in prizes.
That's great, mijo. And with the baby coming and everything, the money will come in handy.
In art lessons.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. It's been a wonderful hour. We had the president, Jerry Hurley. We had John Smith, associate head coach at Cal State Fullerton, which Could end up as a head coach somewhere.
He's going to be.
I'm just saying.
He's going to take Steve Alford's spot next year.
At UCLA?
Yeah, they're going to fire that guy next year. Could you imagine us doing UCLA basketball?
Maybe he'll replace Doc Rivers. We could do the Clippers.
Bingo! That's all we would do every single time. But how cool would it be we take our boy Tracy Murray, kick him off the broadcast?
You'd kick him off?
Of course I would. John Smith's my friend. So is Tracy Murray. I'd kick him off because you're the play-by-play guy.
What if we kicked you off? It'd be me and Tracy Murray.
No, I won't allow it.
Oh, I'm picking on Jeff again.
Yeah, you know what? That's just mean.
Poor Jeff. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be messing with him.
What man?
Yeah.
Just brought me down. Hey, Tracy Murray's coming in next week.
Next week, what day?
I don't know. We got our guys at Fox Sports.
Okay.
He's coming in.
I'm ready for him.
He's coming in and talking to the big dogs.
I got to start talking to him about me and him doing games together.
No, you can't. No, that's just mean.
Hey, we've got an NBA playoff game already underway. After the first quarter, Philadelphia leading Miami 37-33. Jeff, are you looking at the box score? Please tell me you're not.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Who do you think the leading scorer is for the 76ers after the first quarter? He's in double digits.
For the 76ers?
Iverson, no. Dr. J, no.
That little guard, Sarek.
No.
No.
It's not Ben Simmons. It's not J.J. Redick. It's not Joel Embiid, which I don't know if he's even playing enough to pull up the box score.
Bellinelli.
Marco Bellinelli. Former Sacramento King great.
Bellinelli. Yeah, that's right.
Who knew?
And then you have Covington. Who are these guys? Joel Embiid. He's got 5 points. I just looked up now. I've got the box score up.
He's played 7 minutes. He is playing out there.
And then, of course, hey, Dwayne Wade. Isn't it weird that he comes off the bench? He's a bench warmer. He's married to Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, he does. I saw, maybe this was, because you're a Netflix guy. I can't remember if it was Netflix or on TV. He flips houses.
Who does?
He and Gabrielle Union flip houses.
Oh, they make me sick. I want to throw up every time I see them talk.
But they actually do the dirty work. They go in there, the demo, like they're knocking down walls.
They're not
I'm
either.
serious. Google it. You got your laptop right there. Google Dwayne Wade, like house demo or flipping houses.
All I know
I'm serious.
She is just annoying. Have you ever read her tweets after games and stuff?
No.
She like talks smack.
Read her tweets?
Yeah. She needs to stay in her lane when it comes to his wife right now because she's like runs him. She runs him. She owns him.
Who?
She is kind of pretty. I mean, I would say okay. But, man, Dwayne Wade coming off the bench, he's got 2 points.
That's
but
it?
He's not demoing houses.
Yes, he is. Google
He's a flipper. I'm going to look him up right now. I'll Google it. I'll Google it. You just keep talking, young man. Give me some scores.
All right, Major League Baseball from this afternoon. The Cubs beat the Cardinals by a score of 8-5. It's the Astros over the Seattle Mariners by a score of 9-2. So Houston right now at 13-7 on the season. So right now, the Astros and the Angels, like an accordion, coming back together. It's going to be real close. I know it's early in the season, 20 games deep, but the Astros and the Angels are going to be battling all season long.
Oh, my gosh, you're right.
Hold on. Let me get to the score.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Oh, come on.
Marinate on that, Jeff, for a moment. The Tigers over the Orioles by a score of 13-8. Big win for Detroit. They're 7-9. The Orioles are 5-14. Ouch. And a couple other games that are not gone final, but they're currently on the ball field right now. Blue Jays and Yankees tied at 2 in the fourth. And the Phillies on top of Pittsburgh 4-0 in the second inning. Let's see, one other score from this afternoon that they're already underway in the first inning. Kurt Suzuki has gone deep as the Braves have jumped on top of the Mets by a score of 3-0 in the first inning. Dwayne Wade is like an HGTV kind of guy now. He flips houses. Like he gets in there with a sledgehammer. He does the demo. He's knocking down walls. He's designing. He's doing all that stuff. Am I right?
Yes, he has but good Lord, he's got the worst fashion ever. He's dressed like a ding-dong. Hey, seriously? My friend is one of the bigwigs at HGTV.
No, he's not.
Oh, I'll show you out on the break here. A very good friend of mine, Colin Whalen. He is a...
that sounds like a made-up name.
No.
Colin Whalen?
Colin Whalen is a big-time guy at...
Is he from the Riv?
Yes, he is. He went to Ramona. He was also the president at one time of the Sci-Fi Network. He is now working for SS or HGTV.
He is?
He is.
Can we get a show on there? What would we do?
Nothing. Just a show about nothing.
We could design sports studios. Look how cool our studio looks.
Your cat house.
Oh, yeah, I build those too.
Yeah, but No joke.
Litter box house.
I'm going to tell him. I'm going to call him tonight, and I'm going to say cancel that show unless he puts on overalls.
Take a picture of our studio, send it to him, and be like, "Hey, I think we've got a show idea."
Yeah, I don't know.
You
if we
come
got
in
one.
here. Maybe they could come in and decorate our studio.
Oh, they could redo our show like
Yes.
that one show where they remember that one used to be on ABC, and they were like
They unveil the house, like they pull
and
the
they park
things
a
back.
big truck in front of the house.
Yeah.
And they say, "Oh, close your eyes." And they go 1, 2, 3, and then wow,
Home makeover.
yeah,
right?
that'd be great. Let's see if we can have them do that. I'll
Studio
call my
makeover.
I'll call my guy, Colin Whalen, and I'm not kidding around.
You can be calling.
Huh? I'm going to be calling Colin.
Yeah.
I am. I'm going to call him up. I'm going to say, dude, we want you to come in and flip our studio. We want you to home like.
Would that be cool?
I want a bathtub in here.
I mean, because
I want to do the show from the bath.
I know
a
you
big
do.
bubble bath. That would be awesome. I could do it.
Or
Talk
a
to you.
bed.
A bed.
You want to do a show from the bed in Irvine.
I did.
Two beds.
Two
I mean,
beds.
You and I have separate beds, of course, right?
Like Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. We
Yeah.
had to be in separate beds. But yeah, I wanted to do a show. I thought it would be funny as
Is that
heck.
your dream to do it from the bathtub?
I think it'd be kind of funny.
We could actually do that.
That would be funny.
We have the technology.
We do.
We can make that happen.
Gosh, I want to do it. I'm ready.
No, seriously, text them, call them, tell them we need a redo in here. We need a demo job to, I don't know, I like our studio, but it could be better.
I'm going to show you this, and you're going to be like, oh, my gosh, Jeff does know him. A very good friend. I seem to know a lot of people, and don't you? You question this, and you always be
I do question it. Why don't you find it? We'll look at it in the break, because I do need some confirmation.
All right, there you go.
When we come back, the one and only Mike Skog, the Skog dog.
Skog.
Mike Lindskog.
Skoginator. Hey, Skog.
Skoginator. Making copies.
Making copies with the Skogs.
Mike Lindskog, the voice of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes here on Fox Sports IE. He's going to join us next as the Quakes are back home tonight to take on the Lake Elsinore Storm. We've got your preview. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Do you know who I am?
Focus on the customer here. Believe Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Ready. I have been ready since first call. I am ready. Roll.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
We are back on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're proudly brought to you by Spoiled, quick quality oil change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Breaking news, Shohei Ohtani is in the lineup for the Angels tonight. He is DHing, and he's hitting 6th in the lineup.
Nice.
So they've moved him up a little bit.
They have moved him a bit. But yeah, was I correct? Oh, wait, sorry, we'll talk about
Let's go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. We affectionately call him the Skog Dog,
Skogmeister.
Skoggy Skog. It's Mike Lindskog, the voice of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes right here on Fox Sports.
Making copy with the Skogmeister.
Mike, do you have a nickname, or did we just give you one?
Skog Dog? It's really come to that? Wow.
Or Mike Skoggy Skog.
I'm a little intimidated now. This is a lot of hype to live up to.
Hey, Skoggy, how's it going, buddy?
We're good, man. We're at Lone Mart Field. We are home. First of 7 games in 8 days. Quakes are a little on the red hot side. They've won 5 of 6. Things are good. Things are good.
You guys are in first place now.
Yes, with a 500 record. So there's some modest times here in regards to being in first place. But yeah, we're excited. Team's very much trending the right way. Like I said, 5 of 6, including 2 of 3 against Lancaster. That's a heck of a tough place to play. Combined with the wind, which is normal, we had to endure some rain and just frigid temperatures. So to get 2 of 3 and get back home in the friendly confines, as we say, that's a win.
Now, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, which you can hear all season long right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Mike, I feel like the Quakes and the Dodgers seasons are kind of running parallel. Like the Quakes got hot when the Dodgers got hot.
Well, that's the way it looks on paper right now. They went down and trounced San Diego, which obviously we're real happy about, and the Quakes have obviously put it together as well, 5 of 6. So it's kind of looking like that. There are some similarities for sure.
Well, you have a huge weekend of baseball, and I'll tell you what, you said that Friday and Saturday nights are going to be probably sellouts. I'm telling you, I was going to bring my family out Saturday because this is a big series for you guys.
Yeah, it really is, and it's going to be heavily attended, as you just suggested. Saturday night is already sold out. We do have some tickets available for tomorrow, which is Bobblehead Night. It's our first Bobblehead Night of the year. Corey Seager bobbleheads go out to 1,500 fans in attendance, and we, again, still have some tickets for tomorrow night, so that's kind of cool. And then tonight, obviously, the homestand kicks off. We got, normally we always talk about those Dodger rehabbers and when they're coming and when they're going and whatnot. Tonight, we get a Padres rehabber, which is something different, but kind of cool as well, as Will Myers is here. We're playing the Lake Elsinore Storm, of course, the Padres Cal League affiliate, and Will Myers is scheduled to bat third and play some right field as he does his rehab assignment. So for anybody that's a Padre junkie living in our fine community, it's a good night to come out to Lomar Field and get your eyes on, a potential all-star in Will Myers.
Well, Scogginator, I'll tell you what, damn, I'm thirsty. Isn't there? If I need to go someplace and drink tonight and have a few lovely beverages, can I do that at the stadium tonight?
Well, I appreciate the segue. Yes, very much so. It's Thirsty Thursday tonight, so if you feel compelled to come down and enjoy some adult-style beverages or $2 Pepsi products, heavy emphasis on the or Pepsi products.
Yeah.
You can holler at Will Myers and hoot and holler for our guys too.
Hey, Mike, tell us about this Rylan Bannon guy. He had 3 home runs for Rancho Cucamonga last night. I was listening here on the radio on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Could he be the next big prospect, or does this guy come from out of nowhere? Tell us more about Rylan.
Certainly possible. I mean, he's on the radar now. So he's an 8th round pick from last year's draft, and obviously, if you're a first or a second rounder, you're automatically going to get noticed. But when you're an 8th rounder, no less coming out of Xavier University in Ohio, there's certainly some tendencies to overlook guys like that. But the guy had a huge year in short season ball last year after he was drafted and then signed in June. He was a Pioneer League All-Star. They play in Ogden, Utah, and he just completely tore through that league, put up some really gaudy numbers. The Dodgers obviously like him enough to where he skipped a level this year. The natural progression would be for him to, start in Ogden, Utah in his first year and then progress to Great Lakes of the Midwest League, which is the next logical jump. And he actually jumped right over Great Lakes and has come to the California League. And, he's our starting third baseman. He's a little small on stature, but he's built like, as they say, that brick house. Our manager, Drew Saylor, has described him as very blue-collar, hard worker, grinder. He's more put together than a David Eckstein. Like, he's got more power. But I kind of see this guy as just a great, teammate, good utility-type player with a little bit of power that's going to absolutely get his nose dirty. And that's kind of how he was described preseason, and that's kind of how we're seeing it all play out. And then last night in Lancaster, he shows off that he's got a little pop, 3 home runs.
Well, you guys just recently made a trade and then activated a catcher. What's going on? You guys, you traded away an all-star player from last year's team. What does that do for the team this year?
Well, let's just clarify here. You say you traded away.
Mike traded.
The Dodgers traded away. Hey, I don't want anybody to think that I'm pulling this.
Lindskog traded.
Know that.
GM owner Lindskog. I promoted you.
You all are smart enough to know that, and you're all smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to be in that position. So last year we had a young kid on our team out of the Dominican Republic named Bondel Isabel. Side note, he was my little boy's favorite player, just a super guy, and the reason my little guy last year was 3, the reason he was his favorite player is because Daddy screamed his name on the radio all the time during the home runs, and that's a good reason, to have a favorite player. Anyways, long story short, the Dodgers, despite the fact that this guy's just got enormous talent and power, they couldn't find enough at-bats for him. He does strike out a lot and a little bit of a defensive liability, although certainly trying to work hard to improve upon that at first base. And the Dodgers, frankly, they got prospects kind of jamming him up. So they ended up trading him to Cincinnati where he'll get some playing time and get more at-bats and a little bit of the pulling on the heartstrings there because he's a personal fan favorite of myself and my little guy. But we obviously wish him the best as he's going to hopefully continue his career headed for Cincinnati now. And then on the opposite side of that, they activated a catcher to fill that roster spot. And that young man, Steve Berman, he'll be making his Cal League debut tonight. So we'll be excited to see him.
Well, Mike, for old time's sake and for your son, could we have that home run call that your son loves so much? Can you recreate that?
Oh, that's really putting me on the spot. I mean, we should be if I'm going to recreate home run calls, we need to be at a party with some sort of beverage in hand. Like I don't know that I do house calls like that quite yet.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm going to go tonight and I'm going to get a beverage, you better have 3 olives in it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, why don't you just overmodulate your microphone, scream for about 7 straight seconds, and just call that? Oh yeah, Lindskog said that this is pretty close to his home run call.
Well, it is a thirsty Thursday out there at Lone Mart Field. The Quakes are back home hosting Lake Elsinore. First pitch at 7:05 out there. Mike, we always appreciate the time. Thanks for being such a good sport, and we'll look for you out there at Lone Mart Field.
You bet. It's a cool night tonight, so if you're coming, bring a jacket, but lots of good seats. Thirsty Thursday, Will Myers of the Padres, and first place Quakes. You guys nailed it.
Thanks, Mike. We appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, that's Mike Lindskog of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Mike Skog, the Skog Dog.
Skoginator.
He had to have had a nickname growing up. That's a very cool, unique last name, Lindskog.
Lindskog.
I would go by Mike Skog. Right? Like Snoop Doggy Dog, Mike Skog.
I think you still got to get used to us a little bit. I think we overwhelm him.
Do you think we come in a little strong, Greg?
Do we overwhelm him?
Are we an acquired taste?
No. We got to get him. No. You know what we ought to do, though, one day?
What do we ought to do?
They're on the station here at Fox Sports.
We're family.
Yeah, I think we
are all one big family here at Fox Sports IE.
What would we do? We'll bring our headsets. We show up unannounced
to Lone Mart Field.
Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know what the hell I look like. And does he know what you look like?
Yes.
Oh, so you guys have met.
We've hung out.
You guys have met face to face. But see, he doesn't know.
We're very tight.
But what if we walked up into the booth and we just plugged in? Because we know what we're doing. And he's like, who are these guys? I really think we should be on a broadcast, maybe for an inning, just as a special guest. If we could really tear that.
How would you do a home run?
What's your home run call?
Back. Gone. See you later. Nancy's running the bases. Bye-bye now. Mwah. Mwah. I'm running past you, first baseman. I hit it off past you. Second base, you suck. Shortstop, you're little. Third baseman, I'm not messing with you. You're big. I'm running to you, catcher. Give me a hug as I hit a home run. Goodbye now. See you later. That's one call. That's what I would do.
See, Cullen's doing baseball this summer. Cullen, are you taking notes? That's how you do a home run call.
Wow! That went really far. Damn, that was far. Wow! There you go. Fireworks everywhere. Where are they? Bam! Gone. That's what I would do.
There you go, Cullen. You got it. That's all you got to do.
Wow. Look at that thing.
How many different home run calls do you have, Jeff?
I got a lot.
Hey, we have an update of CBU baseball taking on Azusa Pacific plus the Ontario Reign on the ice against Texas right now.
Icing.
We've got live updates when we come back on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
guapo.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Ay, por supuesto. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Que lástima. We're almost done with the show. But we got so much stuff to get to. Jeff, I got more bad news. You're going to say, no me digas. Don't tell me that. You want bad news?
No.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you anyways. I got bad news. Okay, first off, the Ontario Reign, Game 1 of their first-round playoff series in the Calder Cup playoffs on the road at Texas. Texas strikes first. Tejas takes a 1-zip lead on Ontario in the first period. We got that, right?
Okay, that's bad news.
You want more bad news?
No.
Okay, here's more. Cal Baptist playing number 1, Azusa Pacific in baseball. Our guy, the heart and soul. I mean, he is the heartbeat of this Lancers baseball team.
Rick Roy!
Luke Navigato.
Oh.
He led off the game with a double. He scored the first run of the game.
Yes.
CBU went on top 1-zip because the pulse,
Lance up!
the heartbeat of CBU, Luke Navigato. But APU stormed back. They lead 3-1.
Oh! Lance up!
That's your team.
That is my team.
You are a Lancer.
I am a Lancer!
You're a proud Lancer.
Lance up, baby, Lance up!
So we got the rain down in the hockey playoffs. We got CBU trailing number 1 ranked APU right now, 3-1. We got to bounce back in a big way. If there's anything that happens in either game, we're going to bring it to you live later in the show.
Well, right now in the second quarter, we've got a tie ball game with the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat.
You want to give us a score?
58-58. Ooh, tie ball game.
We got a battle.
Yes, we do.
Is Marco Bellinelli still leading the Sixers offense?
Marco Polo.
Marco Bellinelli. He can actually score pretty well. He played for the Kings for a little bit.
He's got 14 points to lead the way.
Told you.
Yes, and then Sark with 9 second.
All right, we got more breaking news. The NFL schedules are out for 2018. I've got in my hot little hands the Los Angeles Rams schedule. You guys ready for this?
I have the Chargers schedule on my.
Are you
I'm waiting for the Raiders.
hold on. Hold on. Everyone stop what you're doing. Because the Rams are opening the season on the road on Monday Night Football against the Raiders. No!
We're coming.
Raiders and Rams on Monday Night Football up in Oakland. That is the first game of the season. That is September 10th.
Oakland?
Oaktown.
Okay, not in Vegas.
Still holding it down in Oakland. Not yet.
Oakland.
Not yet. In a couple of years.
Chucky's back.
And the Rams home opener will be the following Sunday. They will host the Arizona Cardinals. The week after that.
Hey, stop it. You're ruining my time.
I know. Now I'm going into yours. The Rams and the Chargers. The other home games to the Rams, if you're hoping to head out to a game here in the L.A. area, they're going to host the Vikings on September 27th. They're going to host Kenny Clark and the Green Bay Packers on October 28th, and Jamal Williams. Shouldn't forget him from Rialto High School, running back. November 11th, the Seattle Seahawks. November 10th, they're going to La Ciudad de Mexico, taking on the Chiefs. And then in December, they're going to host the Philadelphia Eagles again. Remember, that's where Carson Wentz blew out his ACL, right?
He did. He blew it right out.
And they're also going to host the San Francisco 49ers on December 30th. That could be for the division title. The last game of the year, division title on the line. I'm predicting it right now, 49ers and Rams.
Knock it off. Just knock it off.
So I'm the Rams guy. You got the Chargers schedule?
I have the Chargers. We have just season number 2 here in Los Angeles. And game 1, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. And that's a home game, my friend. Then they play at Buffalo. And then at the Rams, and they play at home versus the 49ers on September 30th. And October 7th, they play the Raiders at home. Then they go to Cleveland, where they're definitely going to get a win. Then they come back home versus the Titans, Seahawks, Raiders one more time. Broncos, Cardinals, Steelers, Bengals, Chiefs, Ravens, and they are going to finish up Week 17 on December 30th at Denver.
That could be it for a division title, too.
No.
It could be.
Nope.
Kansas City is a wild card with Pat Mahomes now as the quarterback.
Mahomes. Nope. I'm sorry. Rams. Go Rams.
Go. Wait, you're doing the Chargers schedule, though, right?
I know, but I'm still a Rams fan.
Okay. And the Raiders schedule.
Raiders.
This is for Greg. I know there's Raider Nation out there in the IE. I'm talking to Mike in San Bernardino, the biggest Raider fan in San Bernardino that I know. What up, Mike? I know you're listening. All right, so
wait.
You got a Raider bed?
You know we got.
Oh, he's got a Raider music bed.
Sorry.
Hold on. 1 second. Here we
There's
go.
only one song that'll do for a moment like this.
Here we go. Let's go.
This one goes for the silver and black out there. The Raiders! Here's their 2018 schedule. Again, they open up on Monday Night Football. They will host the Rams. Then they play at Denver, at Miami, back home. Man, this thing's in black and white, but I think that's a Cleveland Browns helmet.
Yeah.
Then it's at the Chargers, home for the Seahawks, then get a little bye week. Then they host the Colts at the 49ers. Ooh, that's going to be fun. At the 49ers, right? Then they're going to be home for the Chargers, at Arizona, at Baltimore, back home for the Chiefs, back home for the Steelers. Ooh-wee! That's going to be a good game. At the Cincinnati Bengals, back home for the Broncos, finishing up the season at the Kansas City Chiefs. That is your Raiders schedule for 2018.
As they just narrowly missed the playoffs one more time.
No, they're a playoff team, right? Right, Greg?
Yes.
They're not either.
All I gotta say is this.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
They got John Gruden.
Is Jim Plunkett still a quarterback there?
No.
He's not? How about the Silver Fox? Kenny Stabler?
No. The Snake?
The Snake, yes.
It is Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
He is the man. Come on, Jeff. The Raiders are back. They've got John Gruden. Derek Carr is healthy. I follow him on Twitter. He's throwing the football around and running around and smiling and having a good time this offseason. He is going to be recharged.
Is Jamarcus Russell still on the team?
No, man.
Marcus Allen?
Tim Brown? No.
No.
Marcus Allen.
Ronnie Lott. He still plays.
Bo Jackson. Bo knows.
Jackson. Yeah, he was pretty good.
Hey, did you guys ever play Temco Bowl with Bo Jackson?
I did, of course.
Tecmo Bowl? Yeah.
Like, that guy, when you gave him the ball, you can never tackle him. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, is Gene Upshaw still play for them? No?
No, he left with John Madden.
He did?
Yeah.
Gene Upshaw. How about the other guy? There was a couple other dudes that were playing back in the olden days. I just don't know. I'm not a big Raiders fan. I went to a Raiders-Denver game one time with my friend. He wore Denver Broncos stuff. It was at the old Coliseum. And I couldn't sit by my friend. They wanted to kill him. He had to take off his shirt. It was Denver. It was at the old I mean, it was just a nightmare. They were throwing beer on him. They threw all kinds of stuff on my buddy. There's a reason
That's
he moved.
what you get.
That's the guy that moved to Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
He got out of here.
He
ran all the way to the cradle of life for the Winter Olympic Games. Probably the most, like Luke Skywalker going to Octu. He went to Colorado Springs where no one could find him.
Dude, he was a mess after that Raider game. He was a definite mess. I remember it.
Do you remember this, Greg? I got something over here. Do you remember this, Jeff? Check this out.
What's he average? About 8?
Don't I know you?
Yeah, something like that. Something crazy. I mean, his numbers are a lot better at home than on the road, especially strikeout-wise, too.
You got two things.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
I don't know
but this is Bo Knows commercial. Remember Bo Knows? It was the biggest campaign. Let's go ahead and turn it off. I don't know. Someone else is talking. It's making me mad.
Hey, Bo
I don't know where it's
Jackson.
coming from.
When Bo Jackson hit that home run in the All-Star game at Angel Stadium, do you remember that? You don't remember that, do you?
Yeah, I do remember that. It was Angel Stadium, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Angel Stadium. He hit it out of the stadium. That was one of the biggest home runs I've ever seen. Bo Jackson, the best two-way player of all time, would you think?
Yeah.
Two-way player, or you mean like two sports?
Two-sport player.
Yeah, definitely. Brian Jordan, remember he was really good. Deion Sanders is up there, but Bo Jackson was the best.
Okay, how about Charlie Ward?
He was okay. Basketball and football, he was okay.
Hey, he was starting point guard for the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
He was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's whatever. He made more money than all those guys because he played pro basketball. Charlie Ward. How dare you? There's been a couple guys, though, that have been John Wayne. No, not John Wayne. Chuck Connors.
Tim Tebow.
Chuck Connors played basketball for the
Michael Jordan.
Oh, Chuck Connors, the rifleman.
Yeah, the rifleman.
Yeah,
the real one.
Yes, he was a pro basketball player and pro baseball player. Did you know that?
What about Garth Orge?
Who?
Remember Garth Orge?
No, it sounds like
Didn't he play for the Blue Jays and the NBA? Oh, Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge was a great player for
Ainge.
the Toronto Blue Jays.
But Bo Jackson's still the best.
Yeah, Bo Jackson, I would say.
Bo knows.
If he wouldn't have got hurt with that hip issue, he probably would have been the best. I just got a text from my wife.
What'd she want?
Smetty Smed.
What does she want? Does she know we're doing a live show right now?
More sprouts?
Huh?
More sprouts?
No, remember
Jeff,
that
we're low on milk and Brussels sprouts. You need to swing by the store.
And vinegar.
I told you about this.
Extra vinegar.
I've had to plant this palm tree. Have I told you about this?
Yeah.
Oh, the palm tree. She just said, the palm tree's still not planted.
You're trying to do a show.
She's just...
Jeff needs to concentrate. We're almost coming down the home stretch. It's been an award-winning show. We need to finish strong.
Your palm
And she's
trees.
worried about a palm tree.
Oh, your palm tree's not planted yet, Jeff. That's just... there. I just got another one.
Ask her if dinner's ready.
Is dinner ready with my... Who puts...
My ham steak,
and
my Brussels sprouts, my vinegar.
My vinegar on my Brussels sprouts. The worst thing ever. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to call her out on it. Bad. Real bad. I'm not ever planting that palm tree yet now for the rest. I'm not. Just going to sit there in a big thing. I'm not doing it.
Hey, when we come back, we'll have an update of the Ontario Reign in the playoffs right now in Texas. We've got an update of Cal Baptist baseball taking on the #1 team in the country, Azusa Pacific. And also, Jeff, I said something outlandish a couple weeks ago, and now it might actually happen. When I read this headline, I laughed out loud because I was kind of just being tongue-in-cheek about it, and now it might actually be a real thing in the NFL.
Fruition?
A real thing. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
What's up, Colton? We got you.
Take it.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Hi. Is Grandma there?
No, she's getting her hair done.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hashtag plant the palm is now a thing. It's trending on Twitter. Hashtag plant the palm. Jeff's going to go to the movies tonight. I'm going to go to his house and plant the palm tree because I am a nice guy. That's what I do.
There is no one. You know what? I came into this relationship with you, Pep. Mm-hmm. It's a relationship. It's a working relationship. It's a brotherly kind of love. And it seems to be that, the roles have changed. I was always known as the big jerk, the big Jeezy, the big jerk. Now,
they've changed?
The whole roles have changed.
I'm going to go, see, you could say it's in my blood, but I do yard work. And
I do yard.
I could go plant the tree. I'll mow your lawn while I'm there too, if you want.
I have a gardener for that.
Because I'm a nice guy, and I like to go out and just help people.
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. My wife would really, really appreciate it. It's a big ass palm tree. It's gonna take you a while to dig. You can't mess with it. And we've got
they're
water
prickly.
system.
Like if you grab it the wrong way, it's gonna get you.
It's one of those. It's one of those real expensive palms. The palms are expensive. Did I tell you one time I had in my house in San Bernardino?
So I take it if something happens between you and the tree, Pep, they're going to be more worried about the tree than you.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely. Well, when I lived up off of Arrowhead Country Club over here in San Bernardino, I was a big Purdue up there off Waterman. I came out one morning and all of my palm trees in my front yard. Somebody came in the middle of the night and stole all my palm trees.
What?
Yeah, they did.
They dug them out of the ground, loaded them up, and drove off with them.
Yes, they really did.
How bad do you want a palm tree that you're going to go dig them out?
Well, these palm trees sell for a couple $100 each. They really do. And what they can do is they cut off parts of the palm tree because it goes out in in a prong. Yeah. And they would cut it off and they sell pieces.
3 palm trees.
Yeah, they sell them for like $100-something each. So when they stole like 15.
That's messed up.
Oh, I had a whole bunch of them.
I've heard of people stealing like Christmas ornaments. Like you go to the front lawn and take the ornaments. But not digging out an entire tree.
They weren't giant. They were like little ones, but
still.
They stole them all. And I don't even know how long it was before I noticed. Because I get up early in the morning, go to work. And then I gave one. It was like a Saturday morning. I woke up. I'm like,
where's my palm tree?
Where the hell are all my palm trees? Oh, my golly. It was yeah. Man, why are people messing with me on the...
Hashtag plant the palm, Jeff.
Oh,
plant the palm.
Come on, man.
You know what? The Rain, they're still down 1-0 to the Texas Stars in the first period of the first round of their playoff series, first game. And number 1 APU has tacked on 3 runs in the second inning. So it's 7-1 Azusa Pacific on top of CBU after the heart and soul of Cal Baptist Luke Navigato got things going with a leadoff double, scored a run for CBU. They have now given up 7 unanswered.
Well, maybe they can come over and plant my palm. Because it looks like they're nice over pretty quickly here. Come on over before come on over. I got a new shovel.
What movie is so important that you have to go see tonight that you can't hashtag plant the palm?
Well, the professor and I are going to go to see Super Troopers 2.
Those
Super Troopers 2.
Weren't they the Grand Marshals at the Auto Club 400?
They were. Have you ever seen Super Troopers 1?
I did not see the first one. No.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Okay, it's a hard R motion picture. It's a lot of cursing, maybe some nudity. But my buddy and I, the professor, we go to every movie together. So he's right now seeing the first one. It's a double feature.
Wait, so in the movie theater, they're playing the first one and followed by the second one?
Oh, we got the premiere ticket. We're professional. We even get a poster.
Oh, jeez.
I get a poster when I go in, and we're going to be sitting next to each other. He can't eat very much. He's dainty. He's a dainty man.
He's dainty?
So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go watch the movie at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to laugh myself till I get really tired. I'm going to eat a lot of food. I hear pigs in the background. I'm going to eat some hot dogs, and then I'm going to go home, and then I'm going to crawl next to my wife, and I'm going to apologize for not planting that
Hashtag plant the palm.
Yeah.
When you say eat, what's on the menu?
Yeah, what do you eat at the movie theater? What's your go-to?
This is what I do.
And this is off your cheat. This is your cheat day.
All right, this is what I do every
cheat day. Yes,
every time I go to the movies. Every time I go to the movies, I always
Get your
ask.
camera, Pep.
Hold on. What did you say?
This is what I do. I go to like Rite Aid and I buy like the candy.
Because you're kind of a cheap guy?
No, I just don't want to spend $8 on the same thing I can get $1. I like you know what I like is the Sour Patch Boys, the Sour Patch Kids.
The Sour Patch Boys.
The Sour Patch
That's a country music band. No,
the Sour Patch Kids. Okay, Colin won't appreciate this because he can't stand the smell of popcorn.
Wait, don't they describe you sour but sweet?
Sour but sweet. That's the big cheesy.
Yeah.
So I take the Sour Patch Kids and I buy a popcorn. And I dump the Sour Patch Kids into the popcorn.
That doesn't sound good.
Before the butter or after the butter?
Oh, after butter. You got to mix it all together. The salt.
I've heard of chocolate. Like people taking like M&Ms or something like that, and they pour it inside the popcorn, so they get the chocolate and the popcorn all together. But the Sour Patch Boys.
The Sour Patch Boys. You put Sour Patch Boys in with the popcorn. It's phenomenal.
On a scale to 1 to 10.
8+. 8+. Yeah, there's only a few things on my 10 list, and I like a lot of foods. I won't eat nachos, and I won't eat hot dogs in movie theaters.
Why?
Because that was the last time I got really, really sick. I mean, sick. Where I was throwing up for like days and thought I was going to have to go to the hospital.
That's a no-no.
I had a hot dog, and I should have known. I paid $1 for it. I said, hey, it's $1 hot dog day at the movie theater.
It's probably been sitting in that machine all day long.
Like the Seinfeld.
Circling, waiting.
When Seinfeld bought the theater, remember? And there was that one hot dog, and then Lloyd Braun wanted to eat. Remember, he had his glasses were too thick. And Kramer wore the glasses. And he goes, I'll eat that hot dog. And the hot dog was all shriveled up. Do you remember that?
Was that an early episode? I don't know.
No.
That well.
It's when he took over the theater, and there was an old guy working the candy counter. He was about 100 years old. You don't remember this?
I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell for whatever reason.
And Lloyd Braun came in.
I remember Lloyd Braun.
Lloyd Braun. Great character.
He's a real jerk, wasn't he?
Yeah, we're going to look that show up tomorrow. But, yeah, I won't eat any hot dogs in a movie theater. Still, if I think about it, it makes me sick. And nachos, because the cheese congeals kind of weirdly, and I don't know what kind of cheese it is. If I'm at a good snack bar at a game, I'll have some nachos, but not in a movie theater. Makes me sick.
Nachos.
I'll have an icy though, cherry icy only. Cherries.
Can't be the blueberry.
No, that's crap. I don't want my lips blue. Red's okay.
Yeah, who's that big weird guy with the blue lips? He's got lack of oxygen.
Dude, I'm not going blue lips anyway. Hey, look at that guy. Look at that guy. His blue lips. No way. Red lips are okay. because you know you're eating something cherry, but you go Blue Lips and people are like, what the hell?
Man, does he have an oxygen problem?
Is he dead? What's going on?
Hashtag plant the palm, but Jeff is going to the movies instead tonight.
He's got the bubonic plague.
Instead of dirt on his hands, he's going to have butter on his hands.
Butter.
Butter.
I'm going to wipe it on my buddy, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to wipe it.
Instead of having dirt under your fingernails from working hard out in your yard for your wife.
Butter.
You're going to be at the movies.
Everything's good in butter.
With another dude.
That's why I'm going to
popcorn.
Hey, everything's good with butter. That's why I'm excited to go to SeaWorld, because everything there looks delicious.
You
dip it in butter. Everything, yes.
So I said something kind of wacky the other day.
What?
I don't know, about 2 weeks ago.
No.
And now it might actually happen. Do you remember when I said the most brown move you could do if you're the Cleveland Browns, the browniest of the brown?
Win a game.
That would be very bizarre for the Cleveland Browns. But I said if the Cleveland Browns used a couple of their top picks to draft 2 quarterbacks. Remember I said, you know what? Draft 2 big-name quarterbacks, let them go into training camp, let them duel it out for the starting job. You know how much publicity, how much love you would get from the national media? Bringing in 2 high-profile rookies. Maybe it's Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold. Maybe it's Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield. Whoever. Bring 2 guys in. Let them battle for the starting job. May the best man win. And all the publicity you'd get on the national level, and we just kind of laughed and said, yeah, that sounds pretty dumb. That'd be a real Brown move, right? The Cleveland Browns, that'd be the browniest move of all time. So I get up this morning, minding my own business.
You never mind your own business.
Checking out all the websites.
Okay.
And what does it say? The Browns are thinking about drafting 2 quarterbacks with a couple of their top picks.
What?
Can you believe that?
Yeah, dummies, man.
And you all laughed at me. I'm the nice guy on the show, and you all just laughed at me. Jerks.
Yeah, hey,
you're all jerks in here.
You know, they could draft 2 quarterbacks, but they'd have to get a third one because they'll pay a nickel and dime for their offensive line. They'll be hurt within about a week.
Oh, they don't have Joe Thomas. He retired. He said, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, they're going to bring back Drew Bledsoe. He's going to come out of retirement. Brett Favre might come out, too.
They're so bad in so many different areas that, you know, I get why they would do 2 quarterbacks. That's what I kind of thought, and you guys all laughed at me. I get it. But they need so much other help. Why would you waste one of the top picks on 2 quarterbacks? Why don't you roll the dice, just take one? Someone's going to be around. Go get Saquon Barkley. Go get some offensive line help. I don't know. You could pick a dozen different positions and get some help.
Yeah, they already lost their best offensive lineman last year. He retired. So, yeah, I don't know. They're going to have to replace everybody. That's a bad thing. I mean, it's really sad because Cleveland is one of those cities that really supports football no matter what. They show up every single game. The Dog Pound, is that what they're called?
Yeah, the Dog Pound.
They show up for everything. They sell out every darn game. But good God, they lose every single year.
But you know what?
All the time.
They might stink.
That's the Cleveland way.
That's the Cleveland way. They might stink, and they might not win any games. Maybe they win 1 game. But if they brought in 2 quarterbacks, a Rosen Darnold, a Mayfield, a Josh Allen, at least people would be talking about them, right? But they'd still be really bad.
Yeah, they'd have 2 dead quarterbacks in week 3.
They'd be running for their lives every single snap.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that you.
But I said that just kind of being silly, and then I wake up this morning because we're a week away from the draft. 1 week from tonight, the NFL draft will happen in Dallas, right? I think it's at the Palace in Dallas.
Is it going to be the last? No, they're going to do it. I think 2 more years, and then when the stadium is done in L.A., the draft will be in Los Angeles.
We'll have to send Cullen if he's not in North Dakota yet.
You kidding me? 2 years from now, he's going to be on NBC doing NBC Sports. He's Bob Costas, for God's sake. I'm sorry. He's a Gumble. You remember? He's a Gumble brother.
Cullen Gumble.
Cullen Gumble will be doing HBO Sports or some silly thing because he is the lost Gumble brother.
Lost Gumble.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're going to do the NFL headquarters are moving out west.
Yes, in L.A.
So they're going to have the combine here. They're going to have the draft here, and they're going to have Cullen Holt Gumble.
We'll have the reunion episode as Cullen Gumble reunites with his brothers.
Yeah, your 2 brothers might be kind of jerky. I've heard some things about them.
No jerker than the people in this room.
No, well, not me. Not me. I'm the nice guy, right?
I'm the
Greg?
nice guy.
Greg, who does people say when they come into this studio? Who do they say?
I'm the nice guy.
Come on, let's hear it.
Jeff Gorm's the nice guy.
Yeah!
Listen, here's the deal.
I'm
You're going to owe me an apology. Greg's going to owe me an apology. Cullen's okay. I'm going to go man on the street. I'm going to go around and say, hey, You listen to Inland Sports Show? Oh, yeah, you do. Of course you do. Who's the nice guy on the show?
They're all going to go, that goofy guy, the big bald
The big guy with the blue lips.
Oh, the guy with
Hashtag bite the palm.
Oh, yes. Just by saying that, you just come off as so mean and hateful.
I know. Look out for the Browns. They might get 2 quarterbacks. That'd be pretty wacky. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up. Maybe one more CBU and Ontario Reign updates. We're going to wrap things up here. We got one more segment to go on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
How you guys doing? Ray Bass here. We're here at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed. We're talking about the ankling drill. Come check it out. This particular drill is great at teaching us to get our feet off the ground as quickly as possible. All right, so what we're gonna do is Gavin's gonna start with his feet underneath his hips. His toes are gonna be pointing forward. And the goal here is to get as many hits against the ground as possible. He's gonna do a fast high knee. He's gonna have his toes pointed up, get as many hits as he can in a short amount of time. Here we go. So we're gonna go about 5 yards here. Here we go, ready, set, go. Fast down, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up. Now typically when we get over the opposite knee, I like to say fast down just so we don't get robotic with it, but there you have it right there, the ankling drill. Great for top end speed.
back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
This is it. Time to wrap things up. A couple quick score updates before we get out of here. Cal Baptist baseball on the road at number 1 in Azusa Pacific. The Lancers down 7-1 in the third.
Hey.
And after the first period, the Ontario Reign trailing the Texas Stars by a score of 1-0. Game 1 of their first round playoff series in the Calder Cup playoffs. So do not panic quite yet. You seem like you're okay, Jeff.
I am.
You're holding it together here.
I am holding it together. I'll try not to panic because I got a movie to go to.
You've got a big movie.
I got to go eat some ribs, probably some barbecue or
popcorn,
something.
Sour Patch Boys.
Sour Patch Boys. Mix in with my popcorn.
How many pounds do you think you're going to gain tonight?
None. I'm going to eat. Actually, I'm going to eat some real Brussels sprouts, salad, and water.
And a ham steak.
Yeah,
I hope you go home and throw up after that.
I might have to.
Get it all out.
Yes. Just because I'm going to eat so
like the
darn
models
much.
Do.
Like the mod.
Like the IG models.
The IGs.
Jeff is a model.
I am a model.
It's all brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. It's in the name. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. Team sales, Letterman's jackets, screen printing. Of course, all your sports supplies. They do it all. Kin Sporting Goods. Boost performance training with Coach Ray Bass. From lacrosse to golf to football and everything in between. They can help you out at Boost Performance Training. Get you faster, get you stronger. They got strength and speed classes. In the first class, it's always free, but you got to mention Jeff Gorham from the Inland Sports Show at the door. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, and finance all at Catalano Motors. In fact, the special this week is a sweet GMC Yukon. It is all decked out. It's a 2017. Jeff Gorham wants it, but if you can beat him down to Catalano Motors, you've still got a chance. It's off to Mescal Canyon Road, CatalanoCars.com. And I know the Yukon is on the website, so you can check it out there too, CatalanoCars.com.
It's the most beautiful car I've ever seen. I want it so bad.
Coming up in less than an hour, 6:50, pregame show starts for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. First place right now in the South Division in the California League. They are back home taking on Will Myers of the San Diego Padres and the Lake Elsinore Storm. So, Jeff, it's Thirsty Thursday.
I'm going to go drink.
You're going to go have a good time and watch some baseball.
That would be awesome.
With the Sour Patch Boys.
With the Sour Patch Boys and some popcorn. You know it. I love minor league baseball.
Mike Skoggy and Andrew Chapman will have the call. We love you guys. Have a great call tonight. First pitch at 7:05. Pregame 6:50 right here on the home of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This is the Inland Sports Show. We'll see you tomorrow bright and early at 3 o'clock.
Oh.